Hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. It's game. What is it? Game five here. The
Game
Western
five.
game
Yep.
five of the Western Conference semifinals here between the Dallas Mavericks and the Phoenix Suns. Here tonight, me and Coach Donte back at it again. I
Yep.
had to leave a little bit early last night. Probably what was that? Not even before the first quarter ended.
Mm-hmm.
Got it handled. Got it taken care of. I'm back tonight. We're here and we're ready to call this action. How's it going, Dante?
Man, it's going great, man. We got a pivotal game five coming up in this series right now. We had a other one, the last one that Key in the building done. It was a blowout victory by Miami, but this one, hoping this one be a better game five than the last one was.
Yeah, Miami winning game five. So that really makes that series extremely interesting now
Mm-hmm.
because Joel Embiid returned and it seemed like the 76ers were on the run, but Miami gave Philadelphia a nice reminder as to why they're the number one seed in the East tonight.
Yeah, they did. I mean, that Air Spoelstra well coached defense that they played 2-3-2 zone, forcing the Sixers to turn the ball over a lot. They had too many turnovers in the game. They were discombobulated in the game for the whole game. And Joel Embiid, Harden couldn't get off, and that's what Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley. They want tough guys. They want leadership of that team. Great defense on that team, and it's good when you got a point guard like Lowry out. You got other guys like Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent coming in, contributing off that bench.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, more to look forward there from that series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it'll be interesting to see how it all folds out. I mean, tomorrow's my last game streaming, and I think I'm going to stream the San Francisco Giants versus
Okay.
Colorado Rockies game
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh.
And I only do 3 days a week just because of my family schedule and all that. But
Okay. Okay.
next week, presumably, hopefully, we'll at least have we might have the conference finals for
Mm-hmm. Yep.
each side there. Both
Yep.
conferences set by then, so we'll probably the next time you guys join us, we'll be
Yep.
doing play by play for those the
Yep.
conference finals.
We
That'll be
definitely do.
very very
We do.
interesting.
I do baseball too. So hey, I
Yeah,
do it
exactly.
all. I do Astros. But I do other teams too, though. Do other
Yeah,
baseball.
yeah. I'll do Giants all year long, and then when the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs come, I'll do those as well. It's kind of like the NBA season. Like
Yeah.
I'll do Nuggets, and then right up until playoffs come. If the Nuggets are there, I'll follow them until they get eliminated, and then
Yep.
I'll do whatever. So awesome. Well, we're just about ready here to get set
Yep.
here for game five action here. Obviously, some controversy last game as Chris Paul's mother and wife had their hands put on by a fan
Yeah.
in American Airlines Arena in Dallas on Sunday.
Yep.
Um, Obviously, a lot of controversy coming from that. Chris Paul was, I believe, he was fined for interacting with the fan.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
unbelievable.
crazy. That's crazy. I don't. That's wrong. I don't think you should have been fined for that, man. You got the right to protect your family and protect your family,
Exactly.
man. I don't think you should have been fined for that.
Well,
Not for that part.
I've seen Russell Westbrook do worse and not get
Yep.
fined.
Yep.
Like he got up in a dude's face before, so that's really interesting to hear that Chris Paul got fined for that. He
Yep.
didn't. He didn't even go into the stands. That's the
Yep.
thing. He
I mean,
didn't.
he protecting his family though too. Come on, man.
Yes,
You're going to give him a fine for just protecting his family, and that's absolutely wrong for a fan to be touching his wife and his family. He protecting his family, so that's just chaos. That's just bull crap right there.
yeah, and obviously it got to him. He only put up 5 points on Sunday, so not what the Phoenix Suns needed
Yep.
that Sunday. They need Chris Paul to be extremely productive. Well,
Yep.
we're back in Phoenix tonight, so
Hmm.
hopefully that's probably not going to be a distraction for
Yep.
Chris Paul, and he can actually play the game tonight and do what he is programmed to do, and that's be CP3 all day long.
Yep. The last when you look at games 1 and 2 for Phoenix, they dominated because they got off to a quick early starts. The games 1 and 2, they was able to control the pace and tempo, play great defense, get some stops. The last 2 games in Dallas able to get off to some good starts, and plus being able to shoot threes as well. And Luka Doncic didn't play well in Game 4, but Dorian Finney-Smith, you got guys like that 3-and-D guys, and Jalen Brunson, who I think they need to pay this off season. You got guys like that that's stepping up to the plate. So whoever get off to a quick start in this type of ball game right here, I say will set the tone and have the momentum right now.
Yeah, that is a pretty big storyline with the Dallas Maverick is Brunson. What they're going to do with him because I
Mm-hmm.
believe his contract's up, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
they got a lot of decisions to make there as to whether because he's going to want to be paid, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully hopefully they can get him on a team friendly deal. They because they
Mm-hmm.
my inkling is that Mark Cuban would like to keep this team as currently constituted as he can.
Yep.
Because you're having a lot of success. I mean, you're 2 wins away from the Western Conference Finals here,
Yep.
so you're on the hinges of success. So,
Now I
um,
wanted to ask you, cause we did everybody been discussing this lately, and I know Money Minch went over it with you about the MVP award. I did
right,
vote for Embiid to win the MVP, but I see why they gave it to Jokic. I see why they gave it to Jokic because again, I thought the same way you said. I thought the same way you thought. Like I said again, I'm not mad at it because they gave it to Jokic. The man led his team in every other category. And again, I mean, when you outside of Will Barton, probably Will Barton. Will Barton inconsistent sometimes, and he never on the court
all
at
the
times.
time.
All the time,
He
he
was
never on the court.
inconsistent all the
Yeah,
time.
and then Aaron Gordon is just a below average player, just an average player. Let's just be honest with be honest about that. But outside of that, you don't have really nobody that can help Joel Embiid out. And then plus you're going against the defending champions, Golden State Warriors, when you're missing Michael Porter Jr. with a back injury, and you've been missing Jamal Murray for a whole couple of years now. It's got to be tough for Nikola Jokic, but I see why
Yeah,
they gave him the MVP, and that's a good case. Like, I mean, that's a
yeah.
very good case.
I think
To lead a big man to lead his team in
yeah,
every category, a big
yeah,
man
and
like that.
I like I said, I think the final thing and the thing that did it in for Nikola Jokic to win it was the 2,000, 1,500, being the first player in NBA history to get
Mm-hmm.
2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 500 assists. I
Yeah.
think that's what sealed the deal because you just can't beat that. If you're Joel Embiid, you can't. And it seemed like almost every other month too. It was like
Yep.
no Nikola Jokic is the first player since Wilt Chamberlain to do this, and the first player since Oscar Robertson to do this. He was constantly making history
You
throughout
can't. I
the entire
mean,
season.
you can't ignore those type of numbers right there. I mean,
No,
those man getting 14 rebounds a game. Don't you know how hard that is? Getting
yeah,
14 rebounds a night and 8 assists is something that your point guard is supposed to be getting. That's point guard type numbers right there. But
yeah,
again, man,
he is.
congratulations to the Jokic, man.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at the MVP. I'm not mad. I did say Joel Embiid is my MVP, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Jokic is a damn great basketball player, man. He's an awesome player, bro.
and like I said in closing with Mitch, Embiid will have his time.
Yep.
Embiid will have his time next year, especially because Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray will be returning to the Nuggets,
Yep.
presumably. Everything continues to go well with Jamal Murray's rehab and Michael Porter Jr.'s rehab as well. So I think that'll take a lot of the load off of Nikola
Yeah.
Jokic, and he won't shine as bright next year.
Yep.
I think Jamal Murray and will be a true team next year. It's just
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Gordon was inconsistent. Will Barton was inconsistent. I mean, and then he had a little bit of help with DeMarcus Cousins when we signed him
Yep.
at the end of the year, but that was at the end of the year. That didn't
Yep.
come till like the final, what was that, 30, 40 games of the
Yep.
year? Yeah,
Yep.
it didn't come till late. So, I mean, it was all Jokic until then. He was putting up 35 to 40 points a night and
Yep.
constantly just carrying the team. You could
Yep.
see it visibly down the stretch. He was definitely tired.
He
Like,
was gassed because
yeah,
like in that Warriors series, you're playing against the Warriors that's 3-time NBA champions. You're
yeah,
playing, especially without Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. not having any type of help at all in that series and still being able to win one game. And plus, they consistently put him in pick and rolls every time on the defensive side of the ball. Then he has to take a lot of wear and tear on the offensive side of the ball. That's a lot
yeah.
for Jokic to go against right there.
Well, and I knew the Nuggets were in trouble because the game one with the Warriors too.
Yep.
His 3-point shot waned badly,
Yep.
extremely badly. Like usually you could count on Jokic to hit 4 or 5 threes a game and be dead on with all of them, and he wasn't hitting anything. He couldn't hit anything, and
Yep.
that's when I know. Oh man, that's when I thought, oh man, the Nuggets are in some serious trouble here because they have no outside shooting, and
Mm-hmm.
the Warriors. The Warriors played ISO man one. like the whole entire series. They isolated Jokic.
Yep.
You know how rare it is in the NBA to play ISO man one. You don't
Yep.
play that unless
You
you're in
don't
high
really play.
school.
Yep.
And the Warriors played it all series long. They just
All series
isolated
long.
Jokic.
Yep.
They isolated Jokic on the inside, and they forced the Nuggets to take the three on the outside because they know the Nuggets couldn't shoot
Yep.
consistently on the three on the outside. So they're like, fine, take it. Oh well.
Yep.
You'll miss them more than you'll make them, and we'll make them every single time because we have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Yep. And
So
also, I did pretty much every game except game. I did games 1, 2, and 3 in that series, and what I was seeing, like Denver will be up by 10. They were up by 10 in both quarters. In game one and two, they were up 10.
yeah,
They were up 10
going
in the
into the
first,
half,
going into the half,
yeah,
and then the Warriors just come out different. And
yeah,
all of a sudden, Denver. It's not like Denver. It's not like Denver got walked through in that series. Denver had a lot of success. They were
yeah,
up at least
yep,
10 points in every other game. It's just the
yeah.
Warriors. It just Scotty, the Warriors with Curry and Klay Thompson get started, and they started putting Embiid in that pick and roll, and they use this when they started put Jokic in every pick and roll situation. You can see the wear and tear and the tiredness on Nikola Jokic because he got to play on the offensive end, then he's got to play on the defensive end and get put in pick and rolls and ISO. That's a lot.
We definitely had no defense either. That's why most nights Jokic would put up 35, 40, and the Nuggets would still lose by 15.
Mhm.
Because we just had no defense whatsoever. I mean, we were missing a whole bunch of key defensive players. I mean,
Yep.
Torrey Craig leaving us hurt bad.
Yep. It
That hurt
bad.
really
Yep.
bad because that was a really good defensive player. And then who was that other defensive player that we had that got hurt? He was really key to us too. I forget what his name was. Let's see here.
Was it Reed?
Yes, Reed.
Reed.
Yeah,
I remember him. I watched him play. Yep.
Reed getting hurt us extremely badly as well. So,
Yep.
all right, let's see what we got in the chat here. Josh Lambo is suing the Jaguars. That doesn't surprise me, given the fact that, the fact of what we've heard Urban Meyer say to him. So I don't know why he'd be suing the Jaguars. I think he would like to sue Urban Meyer more than that. J Taco for Life says, "What's up? What's going on?" All righty. Says it's gonna be tough. Go Mavs, let's get this done. All righty. Well, we're here.
Let's go.
Tonight, live from the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona. It's jam-packed. Series is tied 2-2.
Yep.
Game 5 here. I'm gonna bring in our little scoreboard here.
Yes, sir.
And we are gonna roll this as planned, Coach Donte.
Let's get it. Let's get right, man.
Yep, it looks like here. And it looks like Jay Crowder has emerged as the new kick dick here. He took that title from Draymond Green in this series.
Draymond Green, yeah. I seen him do it to a couple of Dallas players. Against Luka, he did it against Luka. I forgot he did.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Luka had to sit down for almost a good 10 minutes. Jay Crowder, the new kick dick there. Took that title away from Draymond Green. He no longer has it now.
He the new king of that in the playoffs.
Let's look at the starting lineups for tonight. Dorian Finney-Smith, Reggie Bullock, Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson, and Luka Doncic for the Mavericks. Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, and Chris Paul for the Phoenix Suns here tonight. Dallas in their white roads with the blue trim. Phoenix in their Black Valley jerseys here with the pixelated, I guess you want to call it 8-bit pixelated sunset here on their jerseys as we're getting ready to go. Chris Paul, Luka Doncic, everybody commencing at half court here, and we are going to tip this ball up and get ready to go. Here we go. Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals here. Here we go. Ref with the ball at center court here. DeAndre Ayton and Powell here with the tip, and it'll be fought for and go to the Suns. Ultimately, will control it here. Now Booker controlling it here on the left side, just left of the center logo here. Now to Chris Paul. Paul out now, driving up the left side. Will pass back to Crowder. It's kicked down, but Crowder will get it now out to Ayton in the lane, driving with the left-hand finish, and I believe a foul is called. He did make the basket, but they're not going to count it. I believe it's an offensive foul here on Ayton on Powell. Ayton just going a little bit too hard in the lane there.
Yep.
As did dig that shoulder right into Powell. Here we go now. The Mavericks have the ball. Bringing it up now is Brunson, I believe. Yep, that's Brunson. Now to Finney-Smith here on the left side. Three-point elbow. Guarded heavily by Jay Crowder. Now to Doncic here. Doncic looking in, looking to back down Devin Booker. As he does, kicks out to Bullock for three. No good. Rebound will be Mikal Bridges, and we'll kick it out to Devin Booker here. Booker on the right side. Looking in, waiting to set up a play here. We'll get out to Jay Crowder. Crowder back to Booker. Booker driving in on the left side. Stops, pops for a deep two. In and out, no good. Rebound Brunson here. Brunson will kick out to Doncic, pushing up the left side of the court now. Mavericks trying to set a pick. They do. Doncic rolls off it in the lane with the left-hand floater. Good. Luka Doncic.
Once he get in that lane, it's tough to stop him, boy. Once he
It really is. It really is. Doncic here. Now Jay Crowder will bring it up the other side, driving immediately right into the right lane. We'll kick out to Mikal Bridges for three. Good. Mikal Bridges.
Good stuff for Phoenix. Knocking that three-pointer.
That's right. That's their game. They're going to come out and play their game here very early on. Good. I'm sorry, that was Mikal Bridges for three again. No good. It'll be rebounded by Doncic and brung up the other side of the court. Doncic rolling right will stop and try to alley-oop it for Powell. He'll catch it and take it back out to Brunson. Brunson now back to Doncic. Doncic looking in now with the crossover. Step back three. Good.
You don't want Doncic on that big man all night. It's going to be a long night if a big man have to cover that all night.
Yeah, you give him any space and he'll just put it up there and make it in. Chris Paul driving in on the other side. Looking out, will be intercepted by Brunson. Mavericks pushing up the right side of the court. Here comes Doncic now. Looking to the outside. Reggie Bullock for three. Good!
Dallas look like
Reggie
they in the
Bullock.
I'm telling you, Dallas look like they in the zone. They made 2 threes already. They look like they're going to be hot the whole game. They keep making those.
Now Devin Booker with it on the right side here for Phoenix. Now out to Chris Paul. Into DeAndre Ayton with the fadeaway two, and it's good there for DeAndre Ayton.
He needs to get involved more into the game, man.
Yep, and they need to get Chris Paul involved more.
Yep. He has to have a big game, too.
Now Luka Doncic with the ball here, looking and waiting to be set up with a pick. He'll roll right off to the left side, out to Reggie Bullock for three again. No good.
Yep.
Rebounded Devin Booker, and I believe there's a foul right there. He got caught pretty hard in the face on that rebound by Powell. Powell's a very physical player.
He's a very physical player, man.
He caught Devin Booker right in the face hard as Booker came down with that rebound.
Yep.
Now inbounded here, Chris Paul will bring it up here for the Suns. Now to DeAndre Ayton. Now to Devin Booker, and I think there's a foul called on Chris Paul. He looked like he got bumped pretty good.
He got bumped pretty good as well, too, man. Yeah. I like these Dallas guys, man. All of these guys are energy, 3-and-D guys. They can get up in you. They're not afraid, man. They're a scrappy team right now.
In games 1 and 2, 26.5 points by the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
In games 1 and 2 combined here. Reggie Powell already with 2 fouls in the game. We'll get it out to Booker here. Step back, jumper, fadeaway. Good. Devin Booker. Here he comes now. Luka Doncic up the left sideline here. He's backing down with Mikal Bridges. Now Powell setting the pick. Doncic rolling immediately, double teamed in the lane. Will kick it back out to Reggie Bullock. Now to Dorian Finney-Smith for three. It's good.
Yep. They go one of them 3-and-D players that I like right there. Dorian Finney-Smith, that toughness, that 3-and-D guy. I like Dorian Finney-Smith on this team.
Booker with a fadeaway shot in the lane, and that's good. Suns starting to respond pretty good. They just need to keep it close and eventually get their times and break it away when they need to for threes. Now Brunson with it here, driving in the lane against Jay Crowder. It'll be knocked out of bounds. I believe it's going to stay Dallas's ball unless there was a foul called, which I couldn't see. I saw no signal from the official of whether whose side it was going to or whose side it wasn't. Did you see anything, Coach Donte? I think there was a foul, maybe.
It was a foul on that play.
Okay, a foul there.
Foul on that play, yeah.
Now the Mavericks will inbound it here from about their own bench on their own side here. Doncic looking, backing down. Chris Paul spins, backing him more in the lane with the fadeaway jumper. Good. Luka Doncic. That is a severe mismatch there with Paul on him. I do not know why Chris
I
Paul
don't
was
know. I don't
guarding
know
him.
why he was going there. He's too small for Luke, man.
Luka just did whatever he wanted to. Now Devin Booker with the fadeaway two off. No good, rebounded Doncic there. And now the Mavericks will slowly bring it up the court the other way. Now Doncic looking for a pass will be tipped out of bounds by Chris Paul. It'll stay with the Mavericks here. I'll go 6:59 left. 15-9 here. Timeout on the floor. 6:59. Man, that was a severe mismatch.
And that
Why
was a
was Chris
mismatch.
Paul guarding him?
I mean, them the situations you do not want to be in if you're a guard or a big man on Luka.
No.
When you're a guard like Chris Paul, Luka's gonna post you up, and you see the moves he got, that dream shake move, that turnaround jump shot move, and when you get on a big man, you see that signature little step hesitation step back. It is hard to guard someone like that. So versatile, and he's big and strong. It is hard to guard
Yeah.
someone like that. Guard
I mean,
a guy like that.
it's like a 2.5 foot difference between the
Yep.
both of them. I mean, it's not even close. I
Yep.
don't understand why Chris Paul was picking up Luka. Maybe they just didn't have any choice in transition
Yep.
and they were all just behind with each other. That's
Yep.
all I can think of.
And if you're Phoenix, you don't like the start, but if you're Dallas, you love this start because you're shooting well on the road. You're off to a good start. You're shooting well on the road.
Yeah.
Luka's getting off. Dorian Finney-Smith is making a couple of threes. Reggie Bullock is able to go off like last game in game 4. Dallas hit 23s in that game. And if Dallas hit 23s tonight, it's going to be a very good night for Dallas if they hit those 23s that they hit in game 4.
Yeah, I mean, what a difference going back home makes. I mean, in games 1
Mm-hmm.
and 2 of this series, the Mavericks couldn't get anything going
Yep.
in Phoenix at
Yep.
all. They were just absolutely getting the doors blown off them these first 2 games, and now they go home for 2 games, win 2 in a row, and they come back here, and it's just absolute killer now. They're
Yep.
just doing what they want. It's great.
It's great. It's definitely. What's good? Travis, what's good? State champs, what's good?
I muted again.
Yeah, you had your mic muted. Your mic went down.
I think there's something wrong with my XLR cable. When it comes a certain way, it just disconnects. I don't know why, because I got it connected.
Yeah.
You know, I got slack on both ends here. I don't know. It just kind of, it's okay though. It's not too much of an issue to where I feel I'll get a new XLR cable coming soon. I'm gonna get one of those broadcast headsets here. I got one of those coming, but they were on such back order. It's not going to be here till July. So, but yeah, I got that coming on the way, and that'll be fun to do. They'll get rid of this big thing in my way. This boom arm.
Yep.
No, I'm not drinking beer. I'm drinking a Mountain Dew Voltage here, and I don't know what Coach Donte's drinking.
I got me a Dr. Pepper right here. I got me
Dr.
a
Pepper.
Dr.
Okay.
Pepper right there.
We're both eating pizza though. I got Pizza Hut.
I got
Don,
Little Caesars.
You got Little Caesars, so we are enjoying some pizza here. So.
I'm happy for Coach Kidd though. I'm happy for Coach Kidd. It didn't work out with the Milwaukee Bucks as well over there. It didn't work out, but he got this team playing how he likes it again in Milwaukee. And Porzingis was a lot of the Dallas problems too. That's why Dallas traded him away. Now Dallas is doing way better than what they had with Porzingis as well.
Absolutely. Coming back into the action here. 6:59 left here in the first quarter. Dorian Finney-Smith will inbound it here near the Suns bench on the Dallas side here as he'll inbound it into Luka Doncic. I'm sorry, opposite of the Mavericks bench. Excuse me. Now Doncic backing down. Jay Crowder in the lane will turn and get smacked. The ball smacked right out of his hands. Now back to Doncic here. Doncic out by the 3-point line. Step back three. No good. It was just a little bit too much. And I believe there's a whistle on the play. Was there a foul between Dorian Finney-Smith?
Yeah, it was. It was a foul.
And Devin Booker, it looks like. Running the clocks here. Now the Suns will bring it up here with Chris Paul on the right side. We'll get it out to Devin Booker on the left side as he drives with a step back too, and it's good. Devin Booker. Now Brunson will bring it up the floor here for the Mavericks here. Now to Bullock, back to Brunson. Brunson looking now. looking, shoving Chris Paul a little bit, trying to drive in. Will drive with the right hand finish and good.
Man, I love that guy, man. Dallas need to pay that guy, penetrating, going to the basket, finishing with
Absolutely
his left
fearless.
hand. That's pretty
Absolutely.
solid, man.
Yeah. Now Devin Booker with it on the other side, out to Jay Crowder here. Crowder back out to Booker here. Booker driving in the lane, looking, will get floated up there and good for Devin Booker.
He's off to a good start tonight.
Absolutely. Brunson now will hand it off to Luka Doncic. It looks like somebody else checked in the game for Phoenix. Who is that, Coach?
You got
Donte?
Bismack Biyombo, number 18.
Biyombo, that's right. He checked in. Now Doncic driving in, looking for the and one. Will get the call, but not the basket. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
It's tough, man. Once he gets in that paint, gets one step ahead of you, gets in that paint, you got no choice but to follow him. He's already big, and he uses that body as a shield too, man.
Absolutely. Also in the game for the Dallas Mavericks is Kleber. He checked in as well.
Pretty good player. Pretty good player. Can shoot. Nice.
That game 3, him and Doncic were just trading threes. It was crazy.
Yep.
It was so crazy.
That was crazy, man.
Doncic now at the line, shooting 2. And first one is up and good. Doncic now on his right side, he's got all those spots on him. It looks like he got some suction cup treatment there that he went through. I know a lot of athletes get that stuff done. It helps relieve pressure on your joints and just makes things easier. Although I do think that that's kind of an injury indicator.
Yeah, kind of get beat up a lot.
Yeah, because you want to tell me that the Phoenix Suns aren't seeing that and going, well, attack his right side, his upper right side, because it must be hurting if he's getting treatment. Back here now, Chris Paul to Jay Crowder, up, no good, but the foul will be called. 5:17. I'll catch the clock up here. 19-13. Yeah, I just noticed that with Doncic, man. He must have got roughed up these last 2 games because you go and get a suction cup treatment like that, and he must be hurting bad. Game 4 there, Jay Crowder with 15 points, 6 of 13, as now it'll be inbounded here as it'll go out to Biyombo. Biyombo will give it back to Booker. Booker driving in on the left side. Will kick it back out to Jay Crowder. Wide open for 3. No good. Rebounded there by the Mavericks, and Luka Doncic will bring it back up the court here. Doncic now backing out. Now we'll kick it out to Kleber. Back out to Doncic. Doncic now again with Chris Paul on him. Severe mismatch. Will hit a little step back floater too, and it will go no good. Devin Booker with the rebound. He's going to push it up against Doncic, and Booker's going to be called for an offensive foul. Was it an offensive foul?
Yeah, it was a little offensive foul, a little bit, man. It was an offensive foul, but
how does a guy? Oh, I mean, Devin Booker's no shrimp, but like he is compared to Luka Doncic, and he gets the call. I don't understand that. Meanwhile, now here, Brunson now out here on the left point 3 line will kick it out to Dorian Finney-Smith all the way to the right side. Now to Doncic, 1.5 and less on the shot clock. He lets a floater up and good.
Telling you, once that man get you in the position he want and beat you, it is over with, man. I'm telling you, that guy's tough to guard, man.
Absolutely, and it looks like the Mavericks have more success with the ball movement too.
Yep.
Now to Mikal Bridges for 3. He got it.
He got to get going. That's another guy that's got to get going in this series.
Absolutely. Now Doncic slowly bringing it up the court here. He'll stop and wait for a pick there by Bullock. He'll roll off the pick to the right, but immediately met again by Chris Paul. Here we go with this matchup. This is going to be the matchup of the game.
Yep.
Brunson now spinning, kicked back out to Doncic to Kleber. Good for 3.
Another good wide open 3. It's not looking good for Phoenix. They're not making their open shots, and Dallas are getting comfortable wide open shots off that good ball movement.
Absolutely. Oh, I forgot to add one more here. 24-16. Here now, Devin Booker back out to Bridges. Bridges driving in with a little floater, and it's no good off the rim. Kick back out to Crowder. Back out to Paul on the left side. Wide open for 3. No good. Just rattled right off the rim. Rebound Doncic. Now out to Bullock. Kicking out to Brunson. Back out to Kleber. Back to Brunson. And it looked like maybe they were going to have an explosive play there, but now the Mavericks have stopped and let it slow down here. Brunson driving in against Chris Paul. Step back 2, fade away, no good. Rebounded now out to Paul, bringing it up the right side of the court here. Phoenix pressing the court out to Biombo, and he'll just dunk it in under the basket with the two-hand.
Somebody need to come off that bench and give Phoenix some energy right now. It's not
they're
looking good.
They're looking pretty lethargic on the offensive side of the ball.
Yep.
Absolutely, I will agree 100%. Now Doncic here with it at about the center court logo. Doncic now rolling over to the right side. Now we'll back out. Double teamed, blocking the lane there. Doncic loose ball, struggling with Crowder. It looks like it'll be a jump ball here with 2:17. So that's going to be a jump ball here, as both Crowder and Doncic fought for it and wrestled for it on the floor a little bit. I believe a timeout's going to be called as well.
Yep.
I'm noticing something too. Doncic has a bandage on his right elbow.
He's been getting beat up pretty much in this series, man.
Yeah.
He's been getting beat up. That's a lot of contact he's been taking, but it's not rattling him, man. He's still doing what he's able to do. Get inside the paint anytime he won't. Use that big old body to post up and shoot turnaround jump shots. I like the energy that Dallas is bringing, and I like the way they starting off the game well. And they role players are knocking down their shots. In Phoenix, man, they just not capitalizing on open opportunities. Someone off that bench, whether if it's Bismack Biyombo, you got to find a spark off that bench. Somebody got to give a spark for Phoenix.
Absolutely, and it looks like Powell has taken more of a role playing role here, being the physical down in the paint guy. Already with 3 fouls, he came out of the game.
Yep.
Already, so he's already in foul trouble. But it just seems like that's kind of the game the Mavericks want to play. They don't want to give any inside easy baskets here to the Phoenix Suns.
Yep, and Dwight Powell fits perfectly for that Mavericks team. The physicality, like you're talking about, the small ball. That small ball is giving them a lot of trouble, making DeAndre Ayton work in the post as well. You seen how in first play of the game, offensive foul. I mean, Dallas not afraid right now. They're just going and they're just working, and they're making every shot hard for the Phoenix Suns. Every shot is hard for the Phoenix Suns.
Absolutely. We're going to step away here for a short break here. We have a little bit of commercials here to show you, and then we'll be right back. 2:17 left in the first quarter, 24-18 Mavericks. We'll be right back.
What's up, Fantasy Champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
That's right. You can get all of the merch for all of our shows there at Spotlight Sports Network. There for you guys if you want to go as well. And our good friend Jake the Snake Silva, we're coming back into action now.
Yep.
Looks like Mavericks will inbound it here, and Doncic with a turnaround shot already, and it's no good. I believe a foul is assessed, or maybe Doncic stepped out of bounds. I'm not entirely sure.
Troy Trolls was good. Victory. Arku says Powell has been unbelievable in this series. Yeah, he's been unbelievable, man.
He's been a difference maker for Dallas. Now Booker here driving on the right side of the lane. Step back too good for Devin Booker.
That's a person that's been hot, pretty decent all series. Somebody got to step up and help him out.
So on the floor now for the Mavericks, Dimwitty, Cleaver, Doncic, Bullock, and Finney Smith. Now here, Doncic with the ball here against Johnson here. Step back three, no good. Rebound. On the floor for the Suns, it's going to be Shamet, Booker, Bridges, Chris Johnson, and Biyombo. They are going with here. Booker now driving with it. Jump shot up, no good. Excuse me. Looks like a foul's going to be called. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with the action.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like is that Kleber getting the foul there?
Yeah, that's Maxi Kleber. Yep.
Even though the foul seemed to be on Dorian, or no, not on Dorian Finney-Smith. It was on Kleber down low. First one is up and good for Devin Booker here. I'm going to fix the clock here. 1:29 left here in the first quarter. Devin Booker 9.3 points in the first quarter this season. Tonight, 11.
He normally get off to a great start. Devin Booker is one of them guys that normally get off to a great start.
Usually, yes, and now the second one is up and good. Now Doncic rushing it up the court as the Suns full court pressing him a little bit here. We'll get it out to Spencer Dinwiddie on the left side. Dinwiddie driving. We'll get it back to Cleaver, back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie driving in the lane with the little floater and won't go, but it'll be a foul called on the play.
That's another guy that I like coming off that bench that's helping Dallas from the Washington Wizards trade. He did not want to be in Washington because of him and Dallas Bertans, because of too many issues in the locker room. And now they're in a better situation. They're making the most of that opportunity here in Dallas.
Absolutely. Spencer Dinwiddie now at the line, shooting two. First one is up and good. 1:09 left here. I'll run the clock when it comes succinct with the clock on the TV here that I have. Dinwiddie up for the second one here and good as well. 26-22 now here. I believe that last foul was on the Biyombo there.
Yep, did Bismack Biyombo.
And now Booker being pressed, full court pressed up the floor there. Now we'll get it out to Johnson. Johnson driving in with the right-hand finish hard, and he will get it. Are they going to count the basket? Because he did make it, I believe.
I think Cameron Johnson got his two free throws.
Oh, did he miss it?
Yeah, he missed it.
Okay, it looked like it might have been up and in. I'm sorry, I apologize for that.
No, you good.
So Cameron Johnson going to go to the line and shoot two here for the Suns. First one is up and good here for Johnson. Johnson here, second one is up and no good. So they'll only get one here as we run it back up here. Spencer Dinwiddie now with the ball here, and he's going to slowly dribble it out to Doncic here. Doncic driving in the lane with the layup up, no good. He was looking for the foul call there, and he did not get it here. Devin Booker on the other side out to Cameron Johnson. Back out to, I'm sorry, I don't know who that was. Hit the three, no good. Rebound, Booker for three again, no good. Pushed out, Booker again with it. Booker driving out to Chris Paul for three, no good. Rebound fought for, and Dinwiddie will come up with it ultimately.
Yep. Number 14, Landry Shamet.
Excuse me.
You good. I got you.
Sometimes they don't tell you who checks into the game, so it's hard to keep track here. Dinwiddie now with it here. Doncic backing down Shamet here. Doncic looking again, faking with a fadeaway, no good. Rebound. It looks like it was going to be rebounded, and that is it. That is the end of the first quarter. 26-23. Mavericks with the 3-point lead. I mean, It looks like the Mavericks have kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yep, it looks like they kind of slowed down a little bit. But, I mean, if you're Phoenix, you got about 4 opportunities at a good look. You got to capitalize on those and make those shots.
Those free throws, too.
Those are free throws and those wide-open three-pointers. You got guys like Cameron Johnson and Landry Shamet that shoots for high averages. You got to make those shots right there. Dallas are getting wide-open shots. They're making theirs. So we're going to see what happens in the second quarter. But Phoenix, They lucky to be in this game. They're only down by 3. All they seem to have to do, they have to stay within least double digits, least within single digits. They stay within single digits. I think down the stretch, Phoenix can find a way to get this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be at the start of this game. I thought the
Yep.
Mavericks were going to come out and just um was just going to bully the
Yep.
Phoenix Suns all over the floor, and they did.
Yep.
But it seems like though that the Suns have put a pretty good stop to that here towards the end of the first quarter.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I mean, you got guys like Jay Crowder and Mikal Bridges that can defend pretty well. You got a good chance of standing Biombo, who comes off the bench with a great energy. JaVale McGee, also a rim protector as well. You got a great opportunity, but they got to start making some shots as well. And again, Dallas is going to be a scrappy team. They're going to be in this game all night. I'm telling you, they're going to be in this game all night.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm glad I actually decided to call this game because
Yep.
Most of the games I've chosen have been all blowouts, so they kind of get boring after a while. This one's pretty exciting. I'm liking it. I'm liking it really good. So
yep.
I like close games. I
love them.
I like drama. Who doesn't, right?
Who doesn't like these close games at all? I love them.
That's why sports is the best thing to watch now. My wife gets on me all the time. She's like, "Why do you watch so much sports?" I said, "Because it's the best unscripted reality TV show you could ever watch."
You ain't lying, man. I'm telling you, man. I like that. I like sports, man.
Just love it. You just don't know what's going to happen on any given night. I mean, everybody's like, "Well, what's the point of watching, a mid-January Wednesday night game?" That kind of is pointless. And it's like, well, you could have history. I remember, what was it, 2 years ago? Devin Booker went off for almost 70 points.
Yeah, that was against Celtics. I remember that. Against the Celtics.
You just never know what's going to happen.
Yep, you just never know. But I like the way Coach Kidd got these guys playing. I mean, he didn't get a lot of opportunities. The one against the Bucks in Brooklyn, but he's making the most of his opportunity here in Dallas. I like the way he's coaching his team.
Absolutely, yeah. Because you don't really see these days as well success with player coaches.
Mm-hmm.
They really don't. They don't really have player success here. I mean, Steve Nash, you saw what he did with all that talent, but Jason Kidd is really proven himself. I guess I really shouldn't say. I should say modern player coaches because who was it that used to coach the Mavericks? Avery Johnson. He had some pretty good success, and he was a player.
Yep.
So here we go now. Second quarter action starting here with Spencer Dinwiddie. Now we'll get it out to, I don't know who that is. Dorian Finney-Smith, excuse me, for a 3, no good.
Yep.
Rebounded Chris Paul up the right side of the floor here. Now we'll pass out to Cameron Johnson. Johnson back out to Paul. Paul over to Johnson again. Back to Paul.
Yep.
Paul looking, spinning against Reggie Bullock. We'll kick it out to Jay Crowder. Crowder on the left side. Now we'll get it to JaVale McGee. Is that who that is?
Yep. JaVale McGee.
Yep. Fade away 2, no good. And Cameron Johnson with the rebound will put it up, and that's good.
Yeah. State champion. What question you trying to ask?
So on the floor for the Mavericks now, Brunson, Dinwiddie, Bullock. I didn't get to see who else. Dinwiddie with a 3, no good. Rebound for the Suns on the floor. Paul, Shamet, Crowder, Johnson, and McGee.
Yep. You got Dallas Bertans, number 44.
Bertans, yeah, that's right. That's who I missed there. And Reggie Bullock. Now Chris Paul with it here on the left side. 3-point line here. Looking for McGee to set the pick. We'll give it to McGee in the lane, and he'll bulldoze over. And he's going to be called for an offensive foul. JaVale McGee, I think he's going to be called for the charge there.
Yep.
I'm going to catch the clock up here. 10:41 is what's left. Here we go now. Clock is in succinct. We're ready. Here now, Spencer Dinwiddie bringing it up, being heavily pressed by Jay Crowder. Back to Brunson, knocked out of the hands, but Dinwiddie will get it back to Brunson here. Brunson, step back 2. Good.
Love that move by Jalen Brunson, man. Lured him to
That was
sleep.
sick. He nearly
That was
broke
a
his
great move.
ankles.
Yeah.
He nearly did, man. He nearly
Yep.
broke his ankles. That was a nice move by Brunson there.
Yeah, man.
Chris Paul bringing it up the floor here now to Cameron Johnson for three. No good. Struggling for the rebound, but ultimately was that Bertans will come up with it. Dinwiddie now with it. We'll get it out to Brunson here on the right side, 3-point line. Brunson now driving with a step back two again. My goodness, it's good.
Hey, him and Luka, man.
Jalen Brunson.
Him and Luka, man. They some pretty solid players, man. They some good players, man.
Treating this game like it's the And One mixtape tour. Meanwhile, Chris Paul on the other side. We'll get it back out now to Jay Crowder for an open three at the corner. Good.
That's a big shot by Jay Crowder. That's a
huge.
Big shot.
That
You
keeps
gotta make
Phoenix
that.
real tight as it's now with only a 2-point lead by Dallas here. Brunson now trying to show off his moves again with a turnaround step back. No good. Rebound, JaVale McGee. I thought he was going to do it again. My goodness, man. That guy's got some ball handling skills. Mavericks better pay him. Down to Crowder now. Crowder now steps over with a three. No good. Rebounded Brunson, and the Mavericks will bring it back up the floor here. Mavericks pushing it hard. Dinwiddie driving hard in the lane and was looking for a foul. Ball was knocked out of the hands, and I believe there's a foul called on the transition back, and it's going to be on Bertans.
He said, we want San Francisco Giants. You got Jesus Cricky. Said, where are the Giants games? Yeah.
Was good. I'll be on the Giants call tomorrow night. I got a lot of Giants fans who come up.
I feel I see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I definitely can see that since you back. You got your Giants guys coming in.
Absolutely. Now Jay Crowder on the other side here out to JaVale McGee. McGee to Paul, back to Crowder for three. Ooh, now see Crowder's trying too hard now. Yep. They need to stop with the three here. Now out to Bertans as he drives in. Man, he gets clobbered twice.
He almost got clothesline on that play. He almost
did McGee get kicked in the nether regions too? He's kind of bent over.
Yep, he's kind of bent over. I see it. And Bertans almost got clothesline above the neck area. I wouldn't be surprised if they're looking at this as a flavor. I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't tell if McGee's holding his arm or he's holding his nether regions there.
I think he's holding it. Yep. Let me see. Oh, you can see Bertans gave him a little bow down now. Gave him a little cheap shot.
Okay.
Bertans McGee come up, and you can see the arm hit him a little bit down now. I see it.
Well, if Bertans gave him the shot, then Crowder gave him the receipt.
Yep, he gave that one definitely. Almost gave him a clothesline on that one.
Ooh, yeah, I saw
it. Yep.
I don't know if that's intentional or not.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. I really don't think it's intentional like that. I really don't think he tried.
No, because it kind of looked like he was spreading his arms out to try and get around McGee.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think there was any intention because they're probably reviewing it to see if it should be a flagrant one or just a common foul.
Yep.
I believe that's what the officials are taking a look at right now.
Yep.
So I don't think there's going to be a flagrant foul. I don't think it will be. Wow, what an interesting series of events there. It's getting really physical tonight in Phoenix.
Yep, it is. Pivotal game 5. Hey.
You know, I love the sticking up there by Jay Crowder though. You know,
I do.
You want to low blow my teammate, or you want to get a cheap shot in. I'm going to make it physical coming back in the lane for you. I like that. I like that a lot.
You said who I got? Well, I have Phoenix winning this series in 6.
Back now here, Bertans for 3. Good.
Hey, that's another guy that can play basketball, that can shoot the basketball. So Phoenix definitely got to watch out for him because in that game 4, he was on fire in game 4.
Now Chris Paul with it on the other side here for the Suns. He'll stop and pop for 2, and that's good. Now back out to Spencer Dinwiddie, pushing it up the right side. Now out to Bertans. Bertans back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie back to Bertans for a deep 3. Good fadeaway. Oh my goodness.
That was a great screen. If you look at that play again, that was a great screen set up to get Bertans open. And that's a good shot and a foul. A lethal shooter coming off that bench, man.
Wow. Fadeaway and had Jay Crowder's hand right in his face.
Yep.
Right in his face. And Bertans was even surprised that went in. He's going to go to the line and shoot 1 here. Game 4, he had 12 points. That one is up and good. Bertans now emerging as a great. I mean, this Dallas Mavericks
I'm
team
telling
is
you, man.
getting really complete here. They're
They are
giving
very
Phoenix
good.
a run for their money.
They're very good. Combination of hard-working players, jump shooters. This is how you want this team is, man.
Yes.
This team out here to play, out here to compete.
I believe I don't know who said it, but when the Spurs had their dynasty, it wasn't 1 through 5 that won the championship. It was 6 through 10.
Yep. I mean,
oftentimes when you have a deep bench, that's what helps you win championships here.
Yep. And you rarely got inside guys. You got nothing but shooters, guys that can stretch the flow. That works right there in Luka Doncic's favor too.
Absolutely. Well, now Paul with the little floater didn't go. Now the Mavericks back on the other side. Brunson backing down Paul, turning around, kicks out to Kleber there. Back out to Brunson. Brunson against Paul here. This is an interesting matchup. Turns with the fadeaway over the backboard, but that's not going to go. No way. He was trying to make something really magical happen there. And
Yep.
Now he's really trying to treat it like an and one mixtape tour. I don't think he realized he was that far close behind the backboard. I don't think he did.
You said, I like this coach guy. Yeah, what you talking about? I have a YouTube channel. Yeah, I do have my own YouTube.
Coach Donte, go subscribe if you like what you hear or see. He does all things Houston sports.
Yep.
Jalen Brunson at the line. First one is up and no good. Oof, that's not good. Boy, the Mavericks need to continue to capitalize here because you got to think
31. Jesus, go ahead.
You gotta think that Phoenix is going to catch up. They're going to catch fire here pretty soon, and the Mavericks got to do what they have to keep pace here.
Yeah,
they got to continue to put the pressure on.
They got to continue to make some shots and making smart decisions, making smart plays. Man, they got to continue.
Second one is up and good by Brunson. Now here, 38-30. I think Dallas's largest lead here. Now Paul. Look into DeAndre Ayton with a hook shot in the lane, and that's good. DeAndre Ayton.
Say who I got winning the series. I got Phoenix winning the series, but Dallas playing some ball, man. They're not laying down on Phoenix, man. They playing some good basketball, man, right now. They're out playing
Jalen Brunson with the pop and stop, and that's no good. Ayton on the rebound here. And now Paul working it up the right side of the floor here. Paul looking now. Paul driving in. Will kick it to Ayton under the basket. Will be fouled. No good on the basket, though. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Those two, that double threat, those two big guys, Crowder and Ayton, even though Crowder is technically an outside threat, Phoenix trying to stack it in the lane. They're trying to match, Dallas's big men in the lane as well. So, man, this is a great series. I'm really liking it.
I love this series, man. Everything is in Luka's favor, man. Like I say, every time he goes to the basket, he can either drive and kick. And you got to account for guys like Kleber and Bertans. You got to account for guys like that. You got to account for guys like Dwight Powell, who's setting the tone with his energy and stuff like that. Then you got Spencer Dinwiddie that can come off the bench and score. And you got a secondary guy in Jalen Brunson, by the way, who Dallas need to pay up this offseason. You got some guys, man, that can put the ball in the basket right now, man.
Those are good problems to have for the Mavericks.
Yep.
So, it's just kind of like, same thing with the Nuggets this year. What do we do? Do we let Will Barton go? I mean, I don't know.
I said Will Barton. Yeah.
Well, because Will Barton is inconsistent, and he's the only glaring problem that I can see. I wouldn't mind if we traded away Barton for a really good defensive perimeter guy. I really wouldn't, because we need that help. We got. I know we tried to get Brendan Forbes this year, and that didn't really work out as well as we thought it did. It worked out when we first got him, and then as the playoffs came, his whole little magic about him just kind of waned pretty hard. He was almost non-existent in the playoffs.
I thought it was actually a good pickup for you guys when you first got him.
It was, and then when we needed him the most, he just kind of
he
disappeared.
He fell off the face of the earth in the playoffs.
It was really crazy. So I don't know. That's going to be my next video here. Like, what did the
Oh
Nuggets do
my
with
goodness.
with their
Yeah,
roster here? I don't know. You know,
yeah.
I gotta because see what I have to go do is research because I'm not just
Mhm.
going to say they should trade this or trade that. I got to go look at because the most important thing when you're making a trade in the NBA is does the money match up? Does the
Yeah.
money match up, and is it going to put you over the cap in the luxury tax? You know, what is it going to do? So I have to come up with some answers here, Coach Donte.
Yep. You said if Dallas win tonight, would it change your answer? Nope. Because every time I pick someone, I don't get off my answer. I just go through with it, man. Because just go through with it. I think if they do lose this game, they got the pieces to win the very next game. I mean, you just got to give credit to Dallas. They're playing harder. They're playing better right now. They're playing better
Absolutely.
basketball. You just got to give them credit.
Valix Prime Sports says, "What's up? Hello,
What's good, Alex? What's good, my guy?
Jesus Christ, my King says, what you guys think about my Sac Kings getting Mike Brown?
Mike Brown, he may not have much longer in Sacramento because it's frustrating. Sacramento a couple of years ago was at the 8th seed, and the way they fell off the face of the earth that last week of the season, they haven't been back there close. De'Aaron Fox is losing his prime in Sacramento. You traded away Tyrese Halliburton, who was really, really good. Now he's going over there in Indiana. He went over there in Indiana. He dropped a 47-pointer just like that. So you guys are gonna miss him. You got really, and then you guys got Sabonis. Tough as the West is, I really don't see Sacramento making an impact. As tough as the West is, and now the play-in tournament about to be gone out. So now, I mean, what does Sacramento do? The play-in tournament about to be out. So yeah,
you're either in or out, and you know it's even crazy because I was watching ESPN the other day, and I didn't know who said it, but like even people are questioning like where do the Nuggets even fit within that? You know, because the West is so powerful.
Yep.
I mean, think about all the power, much like football in the AFC.
Yep.
Like the western part of the region for football. It's like that with basketball as well. It's like that with basketball. It's the same thing. Western Conference is going to be extremely tough because the big question mark you still have in this conference is what's going on with LeBron? Where's he going?
Where is he going? Yep.
That's going to be a big question here. So now Brunson here with the ball here for the Mavericks as Ayton made both of his free throws. Cleaver for 3, no good. Rebounded here by Crowder as he'll bring it up for the Suns. Crowder now out to Booker on the right side. Looking in, getting extremely crowded. Booker rolls right. Now stops and pops for 2, good.
That's a big shot right there by Phoenix.
Absolutely under pressure there for Booker too. Impressive. Now Brunson here with it on the opposite side here for the Mavericks. Now out to Doncic. Back up on the floor, backing down Chris Paul again, but immediately double teamed. Back out to Cleaver. Cleaver looking to drive in. We'll get it to Doncic. He'll just coast right in under the basket. No good. Rebounds it. Fade away. Good. The fadeaway jumper. Even he's smiling going back up the court. He couldn't believe it. Chris Paul with it now will turn out to DeAndre Ayton with a hook shot in the lane. No good. Rebound there. Now Brunson with it on the other side. Doncic with it now. Doncic looking, and there'll be a foul called. Stoppage in play. Coach Donte, I believe you are muted, sir.
Yeah, I had muted myself for a little bit. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to be a Sacramento Kings fan. I'm not going to lie.
It's going to be real tough. Yeah. Now that the play-in tournament is gone, it's really going to be real tough. It's going to be really tough, especially for some of these teams in the bottom of the West. I still think Denver can make the playoffs as long as they got Jokic and as long as Jamal Murray can get healthy and Michael Porter Jr. I believe they still will be a playoff team. But for Sacramento, it may be a while before you guys be a playoff team.
It's not just them getting healthy. It's them getting healthy and returning to form too.
Yep.
That's the thing. It's like they can get healthy, but if they're not the same, there's going to be some big problems here. Booker with a shove off and a step 2, no good. Rebound Doncic as now the Mavericks pushing it the other way. Here comes Doncic. Now no back off. Wait for a play to be set here. Doncic against DeAndre Ayton. Step back 3. No good. Rebound Dorian Finney-Smith as he fights for it. Out to Brunson. To Bullock on the right side. Driving in the lane. No good. Rebound. No good on the putback either. Now Chris Paul and the Suns pushing the floor here. Paul driving in the lane. Will try to kick out to Mikal Bridges there. Floats in the lane. Good. Mikal Bridges. There for the Suns here. 4:18 and counting now. Doncic with the ball. Looking over the left side. Doncic driving against DeAndre Ayton with the floater in the lane. Kick out to Bullock for three. No good. Rebound. Ayton again. Now Chris Paul. Now Bridges driving in the lane hard with the change of layup. No good. Off rebound now. Here come the Mavericks. Doncic pushing it in the lane. Stepped with the drive. Blocked immediately by Johnson. Now the Suns again. Here comes Booker. Slams it with two hands.
Uh-oh, they got some momentum right there. Here we go. They caught him.
Oh, and now the Suns have tied it up.
Yep.
Timeout on the floor. 3:47 remaining. We're tied all at 40. Oh, I love series like this.
I love series like this, man. It's just great. And like Phoenix finally made Dallas get into retreat mode and talk about it, man. I really like that. Devin Booker has been stepping up, man. He's been stepping up with that going to the basket with that little two-handed dunk uncontested right there. I really like the energy that Phoenix has got right now, and Dallas offense starting to slow down a little bit.
Absolutely. So some stats coming out here real quick. Let me refresh here to make sure these stats are current. Biggest lead for the Mavericks has been 8 points tonight.
Yep.
The Suns' biggest lead, 1. It's
One
only
point.
been 1.
Only been 1 point. Yep.
Point leading players here in points, we have Luka Doncic with 13, Devin Booker with 16. Rebounds, Luka Doncic with 6, Devin Booker with 4. Assists, Chris Paul with 6 assists already. That's kind of unusual for Paul. Usually he's more involved on the shooting side.
Yep.
But tonight he seems to be more of a team player there as the Suns are trying to switch dynamics. It looks pretty constantly with their starting 5 on the floor. Luka Doncic now leading assists with 2 and 1 block by Cameron Johnson. We just saw that.
Yep.
Their points in the paint, Dallas 10, Phoenix 16. Second chance points are even at 2 apiece. Fast break points, only 4 fast break points for Phoenix and only 3 for Dallas. So, I mean, we saw a little bit more fast break towards that last exchange there, but it's really been kind of a pacing game for both teams.
Yep. I mean, neither team is getting out on the break that much, or neither team is forcing turnovers. So when you're not turning the ball over, that's good for opposing teams. But this is a half court game. Both teams are in a half court situation. It's just a matter of time. It just matters to see what team is going to make the most shots. And it can Dallas consistently move the ball like they did in the first quarter and get open shots, or can Phoenix knock down their open shots and someone can help Devin Booker? He needs someone to help him out. Chris Paul needs to be a guy that can step up like he did against New Orleans. So we're gonna definitely see.
Or even Jay Crowder from the outside.
Jay Crowder, from the outside. He's missed a couple of wide open threes that he should be making.
Absolutely. Jesus Christ, my King has a question. Who you guys think the Lakers will get for a coach? I don't even know who's out there right now, honestly.
Rumors that Doc Rivers may be up out of Philadelphia, so that can be an interesting choice. But again, you need someone as a head coach that can come in and not let LeBron call the shots. Not be afraid of LeBron. You need a guy that can control the locker room, that LeBron can respect, not a guy that LeBron doesn't respect at all. You need a coach that can come in and command the locker room. That's what you need.
I'm not so sure Doc Rivers is the right fit for that.
Yeah.
Because Doc is, from what I like have observed, he just seems like a no nonsense type guy, and he's very much we run things my way or the highway, and I don't know if LeBron will, if he stays in LA, will respond to that at any well. So back to the action here now. Luka Doncic walking it up the court, will push on the left side of the lane, inside with the floater. Good, Luka Doncic here for the Suns. Wow, this is an interesting game here now.
Yep.
Now Shamet bringing it up the court here on the right side. Full court press there. Now out to Ayton. Ayton looking, driving in the lane with the right hand, one-handed finish, and good.
Good job by DeAndre Ayton taking the ball to the lane
Being
and finishing.
aggressive.
Being aggressive.
Absolutely aggressive. Luka Doncic now with it here. Doncic backing down. I believe that is that Cameron Johnson, that is.
Yep.
Now Doncic back with it again. Doncic spinning with a step back fadeaway too. No good. Rebounded Ayton. Devin Booker with it now as he'll slowly bring it back up the court for the Suns. Yeah, still not really a fast-paced game here. Both teams really setting it up and trying to make something out of it here. Booker now with it, being guarded by Dinwiddie, out to Cameron Johnson for three. No good. Rebounded Doncic. Now Doncic pushing it back up for the Mavericks here. He'll slow it down just a little bit here. Doncic now with the crossover. Cameron Johnson looking for a pass, tipped away by Mikal Bridges, pushes up the left side with the lay-in. Good.
That's a good stepping in the passing lane right there. Long arms, great defender, great shooter, and I bet Philadelphia still kicking themselves in the foot for trading him and draft night.
Yeah, absolutely. Doncic now with the spin in the face was Cameron Johnson all over him. He'll be called for the foul, and the bucket will be good as well.
Yep.
2:02 left here in the half. So now Doncic will go to the line to shoot one, I believe.
Yep. That's 1+.
It'll be the and one.
You said LeBron, Phoenix. Go ahead.
It looked like Cameron Johnson got all in his face there. Tonight already for Doncic, 17.7 of 16. And make that 18 points now as that one is up and good here. 2 minutes remaining and counting here in the half. And whistle here on the play. It looks like it'll be a common foul on. I don't even know how to say that last name.
What's his number?
21.
From Dallas?
Yep.
Frank Ntilikina.
Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
That last name was extremely confusing to me when just looking at it. Now out to Booker to Johnson for three. Good. Cameron Johnson here.
Phoenix getting a lot of momentum, man, in this half, man. They getting a lot of momentum.
Finally getting that outside help too. Finally. Yeah. They needed it. The counter what Doncic and company's been doing here. Doncic with the ball into Cleaver. Cleaver backing it up with the lay-in. No good off the glass. Rebound Ayton as both him and Cleaver fought for it down low in the paint there. Devin Booker slowing it up the court.
Your thing went out. Your thing went back out.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
You good. DeAndre Ayton got to make that damn layup. You got to make that layup if you're DeAndre Ayton. You got to go straight and make a layup.
I'm sorry, I don't know when it goes out because I'm on the scoreboard screen. So I have no idea what's going on. Nonetheless, Cleaver with the drive and was hammered hard. He'll go to the line and shoot two here. Cleaver, a huge help to Doncic, though.
Yeah,
he takes a lot of pressure and a lot of the workload off of him.
Yep, that outside shooting, him and Bertans coming off that bench for that outside shooting, that really helps him stretch the floor out.
First one is up and good by Cleaver. Only 3 points, surprisingly, though, for Cleaver tonight. Make that 4 now.
Yep.
As now Biyombo and Chris Paul come back into the game here. So it's going to be Johnson, Bridges, Paul, Biyombo, and I believe Devin Booker, right?
Yep. You're right.
Okay. On the floor for the Suns.
Yep.
All right. So now Maxi Cleaver here. Second one is up and no good. Rebounded Biyombo here. And he'll give it to Paul as they'll slowly bring it back up the floor here. And I'm not running the clock. I get behind on that, I'm telling you. Chris Paul here now slowly dribbling it against Reggie Bullock. Set pick by Biyombo. Paul driving, immediately double teamed now by Cleaver and Bullock. Great defense by Dallas there.
Yeah, that's great defense.
Step back deep too by Paul, and it's good.
Hey, that's just a better shot. That's good defense, but a better shot. Great defense, but a better shot by Paul.
Seconds and counting. Yes, that was great. Had him right in his face. Now Spencer Dinwiddie slowly bringing it up the floor here, trying to run the shot clock down as much as they can. Dinwiddie driving left hand, lane floater in there, no good. Rebound fighting for it, still no good. And ultimately, it'll be the Suns that come out with it, and Devin Booker will hold for the last shot here as he gets everybody set up right about midcourt, slowly dribbling it out here. Now Booker looking in. He's going to get the last shot, driving left lane, step back into Mikal Bridges with the floater at the buzzer. No, tip back, no, still no good. That's the half, ladies and gentlemen. 49-46 here. Phoenix only with 3. That is their largest lead of the night.
Yep.
49-46 here. Unbelievable. LeBron with the Suns, what do you think? I think that the Suns probably don't have the cap room for that.
And plus, you don't want to tie that organization up. That organization doing too well for someone like that to come in and just try to take it over.
Because it's gonna be a trade, right? Because LeBron's still on his max deal. Yeah, it's gonna be a trade, and I don't think you want to trade any of those pieces away.
You don't want to trade any of your valuable pieces away to get just that one player, just to get a one player.
Absolutely. We're gonna step away for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back with some first half stats. And we'll bring you the second half action here of Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals.
Yes, sir.
Right here on the Spotlight Sports Network. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, guys.
Do you like the Oakland A's? Are you a fan of the Golden Knights? Do you love the Los Angeles Chargers? Well then, my friend, you're in the right place. This is the Snake Sports Talk Show with your host, Jake the Snake Silva, brought to you by the Spotlight Sports Network. What's up, fantasy champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
Back here, ladies and gentlemen, for the half. It's 49-46 Phoenix. Here in the half, we're going to go over some first half stats with you before we get started with the second half of this game. Here, biggest lead for Phoenix is 3, still 8 for Dallas here. Leading players here, points is Luka Donte for the Dallas Mavericks, 18. Booker on for the Phoenix Suns, 16 points for him already. Doncic with 7 rebounds as he leads the team. DeAndre Ayton with 6 for the Suns. Assist total, Doncic leads the Mavericks with 2 assists. That is a concerning stat there. When your leader has only 2 assists, Chris Paul was 6 on the other side for the Suns. And blocks, Cameron Johnson leads that obviously with 1. Team stats here. Obviously, 49-46 Phoenix, 26-23 rebounds. It goes to the Phoenix Suns in advantages. Here's where the Suns are coming back, and I think, in my opinion, Coach Donte, really dominating the Dallas Mavericks here. 12 assists, only to Dallas's 6.
Yep. So that means for the Dallas Mavericks, when you got 6 assists, you're not moving the ball around. The ball is stuck to one hand all the time, regardless if it's Luka or Spencer Dinwiddie. You're not really – everybody's not touching the basketball when you have 6 assists like that. So everybody got to get a touch. You got to have great ball movement like you did in the first quarter. Phoenix Suns got 12 assists because that's more and more ball movement late in that second quarter. So you got to get those assist numbers up. You got to move the ball. The ball got to stop staggering. It can't always stay in Luka Doncic's hand. Get more ball movement. It results into open shots.
Absolutely. Well, good to see you, Pedro Rodriguez. I'll have Broncos coverage all this year, Pedro Rodriguez. So make sure you tune in. I'll be doing all the live play-by-play except 2 Broncos games this year, and that's Christmas Day because they're playing the Rams. I'm sorry, I'm not calling a game on Christmas Day. I have a family, and I'm going to be with my family on Christmas Day, and I'll be watching the game. And I'm flying out to Denver to go to a game, so I obviously won't be calling that because I'll be at the game. But those are the only 2. I might miss a few games at the beginning of the season because I do have a child on the way, and my wife's due date is somewhere around September 15th, so that's right at the beginning of the season, so I might miss a few games there, but most of the Broncos coverage I'll have. Got a new video up today, Pedro Rodriguez, who I think will be the Denver Broncos' new owner, and the guy I picked, Mr. What was his name? Sam Walton's oldest son. He's expected to make a $5 billion bid to buy the Broncos. It's going to be the largest team acquisition in sports history. $5 billion. I think that man, I'm looking for his name here. Hold on one second here. Let's see. Sam Walton's son. It's going to be. Is it Sam? Who is it? Rob Walton. That's his name. Rob Walton. I want him to own the Broncos, and here's why, Coach Donte. Because it's obviously he's got the Walmart money, obviously. So that means that if he comes in and builds a new stadium for the Broncos, which is probably going to happen, it's all going to be funded by him. So they're not going to need any public money to do that, and I think the public will be a lot more behind that than an owner. Here we go now. Start of the second half here with Jalen Brunson bringing it up the court. Now to Powell, out to Doncic here. Doncic drive in, will kick back out to Finney Smith, back out to Doncic here. Now here's more ball movement. I'm liking that, and batted out of the hands, and it looks like it's going to be Phoenix's ball. See, I'm liking the more ball movement there. They're trying, they're changing it up. They're trying here. Chris Paul immediately met by Reggie Bullock with a full court press here. As the Suns now bring it back up the other side. Now Paul out to Booker. Booker trying to push it over to the right side, immediately stopped. Crowder trying to set the pick, and a lot of contact there. No foul though.
Right now. No foul at all.
Booker out to Crowder. He stops, fakes, stops again for 3. No good. In and out. Crowder's got to back off
Yep.
that three. It's not falling
It
for
look
him.
like
And
it's
it
going to
has
be a
been.
long night for Crowder. The way he's
Yes.
missing, it's like it's going to be a long night for him.
He needs to work it inside a little bit more. Meanwhile, Doncic on the other side of the floor. 2 crossovers, step back, 2 good.
Yep.
Luka Doncic. There now with Booker bringing it up the left side here. Now Booker off the pick and roll and immediately met shoved down to the ground, either that or tripped. Either way, it's going to be a foul called on Dorian Finney-Smith, I believe. I don't know if he tripped or he was pushed. I don't think he was pushed down, but it looks like he might have tripped, fell forward.
Yep.
It looks like he was falling forward just a little bit too hard. Nonetheless, Phoenix will inbound it over here by the Mavericks bench as Paul will get it out to Booker here. Booker driving in the lane with the right-hand finish. Good.
That's a good left-handed, right-handed finish. Tough shot, but good, better offense by Devin Booker.
Man, Devin Booker. It's been the Devin Booker show all night
long, man. The guy got it, man. The guy is said, I'm taking over this game. I'm carrying us through this game 5.
Yep. Now Brunson with the turnaround step back. Good. Jalen Brunson. And now Booker bringing it up the right side of the court. Booker now stop for 3. Good.
I'm telling you, they go that man, Devin Booker again. He wants the game 6. He wants Phoenix in that 3-2 lead right now.
On fire, and Shamet on the sideline going boom, boom, boom. That's great. Shamet giving him the praise. Now out to Brunson here on the other side for the Mavericks. Brunson driving in, giving it out to Powell. Lost it out of his hands and out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix Suns basketball. 10 minutes even left here, 54-50. Miscommunication severely there between the Dallas Mavericks. They seem to be losing footing after that hot start in the first quarter. Booker now to Crowder. Crowder driving it in. Out to Mikal Bridges for 3. No good. Rebound on the inside. DeAndre Ayton, and he'll put it back up and good.
He got to show back up again, man. He was last 2 series, he's been playing some good ball, but he has not been playing some great basketball the last 2 games.
Now Doncic on the other side. Doncic now working it on the inside and will fall down to the ground. Maybe tripped or I don't know, but by Mikal Bridges. Bridges is a little bit slow to get up off the floor here, but will indeed stand on his own 2 feet. Maybe just a little bit shook up from that play. It looks like Bridges fell, and I don't know how Doncic tripped. Maybe he tripped under his own feet.
Yeah, he tripped over his own feet. It didn't look like too much contact now.
It looked like Doncic tried to make a spin move and got a little bit too far ahead of himself. Meanwhile, the Mavericks will inbound it here. Now out to Doncic. Powell setting the pick, following Doncic in the lane, but he'll kick out to Brunson for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound Crowder. Oh, no. Now it looks like the Suns are taking a real good stranglehold of this game.
It's not looking good for Dallas. This is not looking good.
Crowder with the floater in the lane. No good. Rebound. Ayton with the putback, and that's good.
You just told Crowder to stay off that 3. Look what he brought again.
Yep.
2 defenders over, and Ayton was able to score off a rebound.
Ayton's been a monster in the paint so far in the second half. Picked off by Mikal Bridges. Now it's going the other way. Booker stops, pops for 3. Good.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
Devin Booker again. Don't stop him now or else you'll cool him down for too long. Devin Booker with an absolute fire start to the second half. 61-50 as Phoenix has their largest lead of the night at 11 points. 87 left here to go in the third quarter. Coach Donte, break it all down for us, please.
Like we said, man, 6 assists, not getting the job done. You see when Brunson and Luka Doncic having the ball, every Maverick just standing around, no ball movement, and you're seeing that defensive energy. Mikal Bridges getting his hands in the passing lane, and you can see now DeAndre Ayton starting to step up, crashing the boards, rebounding now. So the more shots that Dallas misses on the offensive side of the ball with no ball movement and continuously ISO with either Brunson or Doncic, the more empty opportunities is going to be, and the more, DeAndre Ayton is going to come into play. Is going to come into play and start dominating on the boards. And Devin Booker, man, is just, he doesn't want to go to Dallas 3-2. He's making that mark right now. Yeah. And now that defensive intensity of Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder, you can start seeing it. You can start seeing it bother Dallas a little bit. Dallas got to move that ball around a little bit. It just cannot stay stuck into Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic's hand, and everybody just sitting around on the perimeter. It cannot be that way.
Yeah, no, and it's almost like Phoenix is stacking it inside too, daring Dallas to take that three because they
Yeah.
know they're not
Yep.
really hot with it right now.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, wow, amazing start to the second half here for the Phoenix Suns. It's almost like night and day with
Yep.
the way it's turned out. Absolutely amazing.
Yep. It's absolutely amazing how, Mikal Bridges, he went to getting drafted from Philadelphia, now getting going on a championship contending team. But like I said again, even if Chris Paul not scoring, you can see the impact he makes on the defensive side of the ball and in the locker room.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. This is Jesus Christ, my King says this channel is much better than the other one. I don't know what other one you're talking about. Is he talking about the 3-letter?
I don't know which one he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what other channel he's talking about. Maybe you can go a little bit more into detail with that there for us. But I'm glad you're liking it.
Yep.
I'm liking it. I'm having a ton of fun.
I'm having fun, man.
I'm having a ton of fun. This is amazing.
I'm having a ton of fun. You caught in the game, and we able to break down analysis at the same time. And
yes,
Phoenix is right now in a zone right now. And Monty Williams is a goddamn good coach, man. He's a very good coach.
He really is good. I mean, he seems like he's got his team really right where he wants them. Oh, I'm on Coach Donte's channel. What? So is it better than my channel? Is that what you're saying?
He said it's a joke.
Okay. It was a joke. Okay. All right. He likes to joke around like that. That guy. That's great though. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with a little fun. I'm not going to get sensitive about it. The thing that's different with me more than anybody else is I play along. So.
Yeah, I play along too, man. I'm loving this right now.
Back here in the action, Monty Williams. Now we see him in the huddle, really just coaching up the Phoenix Suns, encouraging them to keep going the way that they're going. And I'm really liking it. I mean,
I'm really loving that, man. He's a great coach, man.
Absolutely. Back here in the action now with Donte here on it at center court. Donte rolling left in the lane, kicks back out to Bullock. Back into Cleaver as he struggles to get the ball, and we'll get it back behind the 3-point line. Shot clock down to 2. Donte out to Cleaver for a deep 3. No good. Man, the Mavericks need to stop going to that.
Yep.
It's not falling. You need to make adjustments. That's what this game is all about.
You see, the ball sticking in one person's hand and everybody just standing out on the perimeter. No ball movement. You can't win with no ball movement. You can't win with no ball movement out there.
Nope.
Everybody just standing around.
Little to no ball movement does not do you any good in this league. Now Brunson here backing up Paul, spins with the foul in lay-in, and they're gonna call an offensive foul.
Yep, because
on Brunson.
He leaned into him a little bit. He leaned into him, and they starting to take those fouls away. They starting to take those, turn them into offensive fouls.
The other night, I saw Chris Paul be the king of that.
Yeah,
he was just leaning in and getting those calls.
Yeah, I see. They stopped that. They stopped that a lot. They stopped that a lot. I think they need to continue to stop those too, man. When you're leaning in, drawing the contact instead of in the fender. Yeah,
it's almost like it's a cheat code.
Yep.
It's almost like a guaranteed. Oh well, we'll get 2 shots at the line, and teams just are more prone to do it. From what I was hearing, I can't remember who said it, but players were being coached that way.
Yeah.
Going into the NBA. Hey, if you get into trouble, just kind of pump fake it and then lean into the dude, get the foul, and go to the line if you can't make a play out of it.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy to be coached like that, to know that players are being coached like that. That's insane.
Yep.
Damn, Donte, I don't know what I'm going to do when we have to go our separate ways at the end of this postseason.
Man. I don't know, man.
It's going to be weird. But I mean, we'll come back together every now and again, every postseason for at least, we can come back for the postseason for baseball, for football.
I mean, we can do some baseball, man. I love baseball. Like I say, I'm an Astro fan, but I do everything, though. I do every baseball game. So if you want to do some baseball, we can definitely do it.
How about we team up together and do the Field of Dreams game later on? And I think it's August 11th. It's the White Sox and Guardians.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah. We can do that.
Because I like the Field of Dreams game last year was good. It came down to a walk-off homer, and That was a really amazing game. So I'm looking forward to the Field of Dreams game again this year.
I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that. I like that. So your
Yeah.
Giants, your San Francisco Giants ain't off to the start that they was last year. What happened
Well,
to the Giants last year?
we'll see. Well, I mean, we had a record 107 wins and was National League West Division champions. I mean, you couldn't have asked. Honestly, nobody saw that season coming.
Nobody saw it. Nobody did. Nobody did.
Nobody's had the Giants winning the NL West last year, especially with how stacked the Dodgers were and still are. They're even stacked now, even more than they were last year. They got Freddie Freeman. Clayton Kershaw came back. They've actually really stacked the deck this time. And we were out to an okay start, and now it just kind of coming back down to reality. I think we had a little bit of a COVID outbreak in the dugout, and a couple of young stars like Joey Bart that we were expecting to get off to a hard. It's hard. Let's be honest. It's hard to replace and fill the shoes of Buster Posey. It's really hard. That was him retiring really kind of hurt us, and maybe Joey Bart we're seeing now is trying to fill shoes that he just quite can't at the moment. And maybe he's not ready for the big leagues yet. But honestly, we had a little bit of a COVID outbreak. Lamont Wade Jr. came back even though he was hurt.
He was hurt.
Tommy La Stella's still out. We're missing that piece, and so we are. It's been kind of rough goings. We got Rondon. Rondon's been good for us lately, but our starting pitching just hasn't been near where it was. Logan Webb's kind of struggling. Alex Cobb, he did well tonight. I think they're still up 5-1 against the Rockies, but it's again the Rockies, so take that for what you will. But whatever gains confidence with the guys. I mean, you got to beat up on a lesser team to gain confidence. I'm all for it. Anyway, here back to the action now. Chris Paul with the ball into DeAndre Ayton with a one-handed jam. That's good.
Like that pass by Chris Paul. Love that pass right there.
It either's going one or two ways here for the Suns right now. Either it's like kick it out to Booker for 3 or put it into DeAndre Ayton for the jam in the paint. Doncic with the step back 3. No good again.
That's another opportunity. That's another one with the ball stayed in one person's hand and everybody just standing there.
Now Devin Booker with it. Immediately double team, so he backs off here. Booker rolling over to the right side, looking for Mikal Bridges. Not there for Chris Paul for 3. No good. Rebound Doncic. Now out to Brunson on the left side. Mavericks pushing the floor. Brunson going in and around the basket. I'm going to run the clock down to where I catch it up. Foul called. I believe it'll just be a common foul, and the Mavericks will inbound it here over by the Suns bench. Jay Crowder, only 3 points, 4 fouls for him. So now he's in foul trouble now. And Cameron Johnson will come back on the floor for the Suns. Crowder's going out. That's a smart move there by Monty Williams.
Yeah, that's a smart move. Get him out of the game.
Yeah. I mean, you still got a whole quarter to go. You don't want to burn him before you get to crucial moments where you need him defensively. Now Brunson here with the ball. Now out to Bullock. Now back out to Brunson. Right here at the top of the key here. Brunson now with the step back shot. Good. No good. Sorry. No good. Out rebounded by the Suns. Now here's Chris Paul. Slowly brings it back up the floor. Paul looking for Mikal Bridges. Bridges lost it a little bit. Stops and pops for 2. That's good. Mikal Bridges. So now here comes Doncic up the other side of the floor for the Mavericks here. Doncic pushing it over to the left side. Now backing down Cameron Johnson. Now Doncic working it in, spinning again, trying to find it, tried to kick out, intercepted by Bridges. Here comes the Suns up the other side of the floor. Back out to Booker for 3. Ooh, no. Oh, bounced out and barely no good. Fought for the rebound. Brunson has it. Now the Mavericks pushing up the floor. Doncic in the lane, kicks out to Kleber. Back out to Bullock. Now to Brunson. Now to Dorian Finney-Smith. No good for 3. Now rebounded here by Chris Paul, and now the Suns will bring it back up. Paul to Johnson. Now out to Ayton with the turnaround. Jay, good.
Hey, man. The Dallas Mavericks are discombobulated right now.
They really are. They have no rhythm to what they're doing offensively.
Yep.
Brunson now out to Cleaver. Back to Brunson on the right side here. Brunson now looking to drive it in the paint here. Brunson stepping out, trying to look, can't find nobody. Found Finney Smith, tries to kick it back out to Bullock. Gets intercepted by Paul. Here comes Booker, pushing it up the left side of the floor. Booker in with one hand, fouled hard.
That's a frustration foul. I'm telling you, that's a frustration. They may get out of flavor. That's a frustration foul.
Booker went down so hard. He was still on the floor, face down on the floor.
That was a hard foul.
Yeah, by Dorian Finney-Smith. He pushed him really hard in midair. He knew Booker was going to take him to the cleaners for all he had. Booker's good. He's fine. He's going to get back up.
They may get out of flagrant. That may be a flagrant for them. They
might. That is a very bad frustration foul. That's the foul of you guys have beaten us back up the floor 4 times already, and I'm tired of it.
Yep.
And Dorian Finney-Smith shoved him absolutely hard. Wow.
Yeah, he went flying. That was a hard one right there.
Devin Booker, man. Booker's kind of cooled down a little bit too. And so I don't know. Maybe they're definitely trying to get in the head of the Suns here.
Yep. I mean, this is going on right here because Dallas.
So did they upgrade it to a flagrant? I believe they did. Did they not?
I believe they looking at it. I think they're looking at it right now.
Okay, they're looking at it right now. Both teams in the huddle. 5:25 left, 67-50 Phoenix over Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah, now they are looking at it. Okay,
yep.
He was just the referee was announcing what they're looking at. Got it. Base is loaded. Slater up. Austin Slater. See, he's been only the bright side offensively for the Giants here. A lot of guys offensively that we were trying to hope would have a good start just haven't. I mean, it's a difficult year for the Giants. Yeah, Devin Booker, he was going in for that one-handed and just got clobbered by Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, honestly, Dorian Finney-Smith really didn't push him or anything. It just kind of was a footing thing. He just kind of knocked his arms hard a little bit.
Yep.
And I think that's kind of actually a smart move because I think there's a little embellishment there by Booker, and it's probably going to work in Dorian Finney-Smith's favor.
Yep.
From what it looks like.
Yep. The Giants up 6-1 against Colorado.
Yeah.
And you got someone as the bases loaded, I believe. I think it's not Slater no more, but I think it's somebody. It started with a C. His name started with a C.
Crawford or Casale?
Casale. Yeah, Casale.
He's the catcher, yeah.
Yep, him.
So I don't think it did get upgraded to a flagrant foul.
It was a flagrant foul.
I want to say they called that more on emotion than they did principle.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see anything wrong with that necessarily. It's not was Dorian Finney-Smith physical? Yes, but he didn't do anything extra other than the initial collision.
Yep, I believe it was, like I say, it was the frustration, but you can say it was the way he flew. It was the way he flew down. Now the foul be making it sometime like that, but I don't think in reality that's a flagrant foul. I believe that's just a basketball play, and that's a frustration foul. It's more frustration. Yeah,
I think I think Finney-Smith had the mentality of I'm not going to let him have it so easy this time. He's going to have to work for it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Yeah, that to me, when I see that, I think 90s basketball.
Yes.
That's
they wouldn't call that in the 90s. They wouldn't call that in the 90s.
No, absolutely not.
That's a regular foul right there.
First one up by Booker's good. Second one, no good. And the Suns will get it back, I believe. They're going to inbound on the far right side here of the court here. Devin Booker will inbound the ball here on the Phoenix's side here as he gets it into Chris Paul. Paul looking to set it up here. Picked by Ayton, following down to Ayton with the floater in the lane. No good, just short. Just short here. Spencer Dinwiddie with the rebound, and he'll kick it back out to Luka Doncic. Doncic, I like what he's doing. He's changing it up a little bit. He's starting to drive. Now he's driving here, right side. Step back, leaning in for the foul. Gets it, but the basket is no good. DeAndre Ayton with the foul. 5:02 left here. I'll recorrect the clock here. And it looks like Doncic will go to the line and shoot two.
I would like to see more ball movement for the Mavericks, man. We stopped seeing that ball movement in the first half that was getting them wide open threes. We're not seeing that no more. And everybody just standing around watching Brunson and Luka do their thing. Where's the ball movement that we saw in that first half?
Absolutely. Doncic 1 for 5 from 3 points from 3-point land tonight. It's not falling, and neither did that free throw, as
Yep.
the first one was up and no good. Now Biyombo checking back in for the Suns. Why did he take the ball from the ref like that? That's weird. I guess just mind games, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, they're trying to get in the head. Superstition, I take it. Doncic here with the second one, up and good. 51-68 here. Mavericks still trailing by double digits. Not really helping their cause here as Chris Paul walks it up the floor for the Suns. Now Paul into Booker on the right side here. Looking to set it up. Booker off the pick. Trying to follow with Biyombo. And Biyombo looks like a miscommunication and went over Cam Johnson's head out of bounds. It'll be Dallas Mavericks ball here as Doncic will bring it up the court. Mavericks have to capitalize on.
They have to capitalize on these.
They have to. Doncic 3 again, and that one's good. 2 for 6 for Doncic.
2 for
tonight.
6. Yeah.
Good Lord. All right, Booker with it on the other side now, driving it in. Step back with the fadeaway, no good. Rebound Doncic. Here come the Mavericks pushing the floor. Dinwiddie now driving in on the right side. Lost the ball, and it'll be out of bounds. Phoenix Suns basketball. 4:16. I'll catch it up here. Now the Suns looking to inbound it here, and Chris Paul comes out of the game, and Shamet comes in for him.
I'm surprised I ain't seen Cameron Payne in the game from Phoenix, the other guard tonight.
Yeah, usually he's in the game pretty early on and involved as well.
Yep.
Right here now as Booker has it. Booker now looking and trying to pass it out to Shamet, and it's intercepted by Doncic. Here come the Mavericks back the other way to who is that? God, I forget his name.
What's his name?
44?
44 for Dallas?
Yeah.
That's Bertans.
Bertans, that's right.
Yeah, you got it.
Missed it, no good, fought for it, and there was a foul called. 3:49 here left. I'll fix the clock here. 3:49 here, and now the Suns will inbound it here off the common foul called. Now Shamet bringing it up here. Now we'll kick out to Bridges, back out to Shamet. He'll drive in, kick out to Johnson. No good. Driving, step back, fade away, jumper, good.
That's a great shot by Cameron Johnson right there.
Cameron Johnson, he is an elite shooter.
I like him, man. He's an elite shooter. He's very
Johnson
good.
now shoved to the floor by Cleaver, it looks like. And a little bit of tension going on as Booker swipes the ball away from Doncic. It looks like things were getting a little bit tense there.
He's getting a little bit chippy right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnson went pretty hard. Oh, Cleaver set it hard pick. Put the shoulder right in his face. Now Bridges with a turnaround jumper in the lane, and that's good. 72-54 here. Now the Mavericks bring it up the left side of the ball. Mavericks looked gassed.
They look out of hell. They look gassed.
Doncic for 3. No good. Why is there no ball movement?
No ball movement. Everybody just standing around looking at Doncic do his thing.
Unbelievable. That's going to be the difference here. Booker driving the lane. No good. And is fouled. Not fouled. It's kicked back out to Shamet driving in and gets stuffed by Cleaver. Hard. I gotta admire Shamet's courage there. He really he tried to take it in on Cleaver, and Cleaver let him know that he's not getting that one easy.
Yep. You ain't lying about that point.
Cleaver absolutely hammered him. I'll catch the clock up here. 2:56, and now Shamet going to the line to shoot 2. Landry Shamet here, 22 play, 9 games, 15.8 minutes here. Hasn't played a whole lot, but is an effective bench guy here for the Phoenix Suns.
Yep,
is Cameron Payne going to come in now?
I guess or not. I ain't seen him all night. I normally see him early in the game. He normally come in, make a difference. Yeah. He's not been in tonight.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, huh?
Yep.
And the second one is up and good by Shamet, 73-54 here. As Dinwiddie will bring it up the floor against a full court press here. Now out to Cleaver out here back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie, who almost broke Shamet's ankles with the 3. No good. Mavericks are living and dying by the 3 right now, and they're dying pretty hard.
They're dying pretty hard. They're falling pretty hard.
Now out to Mikal Bridges. Back out to Shamet. Shamet with stop pops for 2. No good. There's a foul, though, called as it was airballed. 2:26 left.
Your mic went out. It's good
There
now.
we go.
Yeah,
That's good. That's
you're
good.
good. You're good. You're good to go.
It does that every once in a while. First one up by Shamet is good. I mean, that's the only thing I could think about with with Cameron Payne is Monty Williams is like, I don't really need him right now, so I'm not going to use him.
Nope. Yep.
Second one up by Shamet is good. 2:26 here. And now Spencer Dinwiddie bringing it up the court for the Mavericks here. Both teams kind of full court pressing just a little bit. Here now Dinwiddie into Cleaver, and he'll lose the ball, fought for, but picked up by Booker. Here comes the other way for the Suns. Booker now looking and stopping. Pops for three. Good!
I'm telling you, man. The more Dallas don't move the ball, the more it sticks to even now Dinwiddie, Hand, and Jalen Brunson them. The swoller the lead gets for Phoenix.
Yeah, absolutely. The less they have to do on the other side of the court.
Yep.
They're locking, they're just letting them shoot the three. Brunson driving in, good for Jalen Brunson. Now Shamet pushing it the other way. Here comes Shamet. Now looking, crossing over, stops and pops for two, good. Man, it's hard to stop the Suns now. They're on a roll. The Mavericks, they're going to need something real special to dig it out in the fourth quarter here.
They're making everything now.
Yeah, they are. Now Brunson driving hard in the lane. Good for Brunson. Man, is it only going to be him? Is somebody going to help him out? He needs help bad.
Yep, he does.
Now Shamet saying something to the official, or Booker was, as he walked it back up the floor. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he was unhappy with the call. But now Booker here, slowly dribbling it out, drive in, double team, stop there, drive it back over to the left, kicks it back out to Bridges. Bridges driving in from the left side, in, no good, rattles in and out. Now here comes Brunson the other way, pushing it for the Mavericks. Brunson trying to stop and pop for three, but I don't think that's a smart move here. Yep. Brunson now drive and stop, pop for a deep two. Good. Jalen Brunson.
2 in a row for Jalen Brunson right there, too.
Gets the clock up when it runs here as Shamet, they're letting it roll a little bit. Here we'll let it roll. Shamet for three. No good as it just rattles out of the rim just barely. Now Brunson bringing it up the back up the court here for the Mavericks as he's slowly dribbling it here, holding for quite possibly the last real shot of the third quarter here.
Mm-hmm.
Brunson now got it picked off by Mikal Bridges. Bridges coming the other way, lobs it for Johnson, slams it in on an alley-oop. Cameron Johnson. The Suns are just playing with it. Brunson with a lay-in left hand, no good. That is the end of the third quarter. Suns with a dominant third quarter. Super dominant.
Dominant third quarter, man. It just, like you say, when it rains, it pours, and it just poured on Dallas in that third quarter. Dallas in the third quarter had 10 turnovers in the third quarter. That's not going to get it done.
That's so crazy. It's almost like it's just like, honestly, Phoenix just did what they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, you guys are going to sit here and live and die by the three. Well, they kind of did what the Warriors did to the Nuggets. We'll crowd the inside. We'll crowd the paint. I'll let you have it. Yep. Push it out. Take that three. You're not going to make it more times than you are.
Yep. No, I mean,
so
again,
crazy.
I mean, we like when the Mavericks was off to a good start in that first quarter, and then throughout that whole first half, you saw a lot of ball movement.
Yeah.
You didn't see any ISO between Brunson and Luka Doncic, or when you saw Spencer Dinwiddie in some situations, you saw a lot of ball movement. Now in the third quarter, you saw no ball movement at all. You just saw everybody standing around.
Yeah.
You got 10 turnovers in the third quarter. Now Phoenix are comfortable. They're making any shot they want to. They're moving the ball even more better. DeAndre Ayton has got back in ball. And holy hell, shit, Devin Booker just came to show up to play in that third quarter.
36 points in the paint
Mm-hmm.
for Phoenix. If that doesn't say dominating down low, I don't know what else is.
Yep.
And
Yep.
a large part of that, like you just said, Coach Donte, DeAndre Ayton.
Yep.
A huge part of that.
And if you're going to play small ball like that, you better be making your shots. If you don't make your shots, that's what DeAndre Ayton's going to do. The more shot blown opportunities you have, Phoenix is already bigger inside, so they can take advantage of the paint and get those second chance rebounds and stuff like that. So, again, Dallas just fell off the face of the earth, man. And Phoenix just getting whatever they want to get.
Wow, I'm looking at a shot chart for Luka Doncic right now. 45% field goal shooting, 9 of 20. 9 of 20 for Luka Doncic.
Yes, Key is another blowout, man, but
not good.
Not good at all. Not good at all.
9 for 20.
9 for 20, man. That's not going to get the job done against a good Phoenix team. It's not going to get the job done.
DeAndre Ayton, on the other hand, 64%, 7 for 11 for DeAndre Ayton.
He's just comfortable inside that paint now. Yeah. They had a 33-point third quarter, 12 turnovers by Dallas, 18 points off turnovers by Phoenix in that third quarter alone.
Devin Booker, 53%, 17 of 32.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shooting on that chart right there.
Yeah, 17 of 32 for Devin Booker.
It's a lot of good shooting.
He had a fire third quarter.
A big time third quarter right there. A big time third quarter.
I'm not sure, man. I don't. Here we go now, fourth quarter action as we're coming back in as we started here. Now, I believe it would be the Mavericks or the Suns inbounding here as Chris Paul has it here. Chris Paul out to Cam Johnson. Johnson driving on the right side lane. No good. Kicks out to Shamet here. Shamet trying to bring it around, but blocked, being heavily physically guarded by Brunson. Puts up to 2. No good. It'll be fought for by JaVale McGee. I'm sorry, no, by I believe number 12. I can't.
Yeah, that's Wainwright. His name Wainwright.
Wainwright. Yep.
Gotcha.
Now Wainwright with it out to Johnson here on the right side. Johnson stops and pops for 2. Good. Just they're having their way with him on the floor for the Mavericks now. Doncic, Brunson, Bullock, Finney-Smith, and Bertans here. Brunson driving in and embellished probably a little bit, but got the foul call. As Shamet will be charged with the foul. Brunson kind of leaned back a little bit, and hey, sometimes you got to fake it to get it. I mean, the Mavericks are going to take anything they can get right now. They need
everything you can get. They need it all.
Both teams, though, are 75% from the line here tonight. Jalen Brunson, 17 points, 8 of 14 tonight. Rolling here for the Mavericks. First one is up and no good. Yikes. Yeah, DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton looks like, I don't know if they got it. That was a great face by DeAndre Ayton. That's gonna be a meme by the end of the game. I'm telling you. Second one up by Brunson, no good. Rebounded here by Johnson. Chris Paul now bringing it up the floor for the Phoenix Suns, and I didn't run the clock. Paul out to Wainwright for 3. No good. Airball. That was bad. Brunson now picking it up the left side of the court. Brunson now with the left hand finishes. He drove it all the way in. It's the Phoenix Suns versus Jalen Brunson right now.
Versus Jalen Brunson right now. That's what it is, man. That Villanova Wildcat right now.
As the Suns make a basket going back out the other way. Doncic driving all by himself, hit hard by Cam Johnson. I'll run the clock down to catch it up. He will go to the line and shoot 2. 10:33 left here. Biyombo with the lay-in on the other side. That's who it was. Biyombo.
Yep.
Sorry.
He's another good depth piece at the big man position. He's another good depth.
He's a really big man.
Yep.
Really big. JaVale McGee, he hasn't been used a whole lot
He
tonight
hasn't
either.
been used a whole lot.
No.
Since the first half, he hasn't been used a lot.
I think Monty Williams is positioning this team to make a deep run. I think he's really being really conservative here, and rightfully so. I mean, save it for tomorrow night, because the Mavericks, if they lose tonight, they're going to come harder, the next game. So
that home crowd, that energy at home, and stuff like that, they're going to be feeding off that.
That's right, because it goes 1-1-1 now, doesn't it?
It goes 1-1-1.
Yep, absolutely. Now Chris Paul, after Doncic makes both of his free throws, back out here to Biyombo, now out to Paul. Paul driving in, stopping and popping out to Biyombo, got caught up in the lane, intercepted. Brunson tries to lob it ahead to Doncic, and fighting with Shamet, it goes out of bounds, and Doncic goes into the first row.
He said Travis Wood got pulled out the game. Travis Wood.
For
the Giants.
For the Giants, he's the starting pitcher.
Yep.
Alex Wood.
Wood, my bad. Yeah.
That's not good. Hopefully he wasn't injured. Well, that's what you get when you pay $15,000 for a courtside seat. You get Luka Doncic in your lap.
Yep. Got your beer in the hand. The beer is knocked out and everything.
Yeah. Man, I don't think they're sweating it. Doncic in with a right-handed layup and good. Here now as Biyombo inbounds it in here to Shamet here on the right side. Shamet now looking, trying to drive in further. Can't get it. Kick back out to Biyombo. Now out here to Paul. Paul trying to go on the left side. Mavericks playing some good D here into Biyombo. Tried to dunk it in, blocked by Doncic. Doncic. Wow. Hey, Mavericks starting to show a little bit of a spark here.
Mm-hmm.
They really are. This is what I wanted to see. I was hoping the Mavericks wouldn't lie down like this. And by any means necessary, there was the motto of that offensive series for the Mavericks defensively. By any means necessary, get them to the line, and he did. Biyombo now going to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and good. I'm going to catch it up. 9:42 is left. Excuse me. Let's see here. Yeah, Biyombo this season in 36 games, he was averaging 6.3 points a game. Averaging about 17 minutes. I mean, great. He's a great, bench depth player.
He's a great bench piece, bench depth guy at the big man position.
Second one up by Biyombo is no good. Rebounded by Doncic here. Now starts the Mavericks back the other way. Doncic now bringing it up, kind of being hurried about it. Again against Chris Paul. Putting him in the lane, and Doncic got way too physical there.
Doncic. Hey, that's what Chris Paul do too. Chris Paul got him frustrated.
He's getting in Chris Paul's head. He really is. Yeah, he almost gave him the elbow there too, right in his face. And that's the bad elbow. Wow. All right. Nonetheless, now turnover here for the Mavericks. Now, it's almost like the Mavericks are kind of trying to get in their head, trying to live to die another day kind of type mentality here. Like whatever they can do for the next game to have any mental advantage, it looks like they're pouring it on here.
It's so important. Like if you're not going to win this game being down by this much, just to come fight back and get some momentum for the next game.
Yeah, I guess
to get some momentum.
You got to have any victory you can here in these conditions. It's now Paul trying to throw it in the lane, got intercepted again. Wow. I mean, the Mavericks are really shutting down that lane here. Out to Brunson, back out to Bullock for 3. No good. Was that Bullock? I don't think it was Bullock. It was Finney Smith. Excuse me. That was Finney Smith. Now Paul with it the other way on the right side now. Paul looking to Shamet. Shamet trying to drive in, drives on the right side, kicks back out to Crowder. Crowder for 3, just lets it go. Foul called, no good on the 3. And looks like Reggie Bullock kind of shooken up a little bit. And now he's limping a little bit. Boy, that would be kind of a big loss for Dallas.
Yeah, that would be a big loss. You lost a starter, a shooter, a pretty much solid defender.
Ooh, it looked like he came down just a little bit funny on it as he went to cut back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh yeah, he did kind of, and he didn't even realize it till he tried to cut back. I think
Yep.
inbound now here for the Suns. Shamet now with it on the left side, trying to make a move. Now out to Paul. Paul out to Shamet. Shot clock at 4. Shamet for 3. Good.
Yep. The Suns are knocking down just everything all of a sudden. All of a sudden, man. They
Yeah.
just took over this ball game, man. The Suns
Yeah.
just took over this ball game.
They locked down that perimeter and dared the Mavericks to shoot for 3. Speaking of, Doncic for 3, no good. Rebounded out by the Suns now. Yeah, they shut down the lane and dared the Mavericks to try and keep up with them, and
Yep.
the Mavericks just couldn't do it tonight. Now Chris Paul struggling to get it in the lane. Boy, they're all over Chris Paul. Kick off to Chris Johnson for 3, no good. Now Brunson with the rebound, pushing it the other way. Here comes Brunson, driving in the lane, spins, hands off to Finney Smith, but ripped out of his hands. Back to Johnson. Now comes Paul. Paul in the lane to Biyombo and kind of pinballed around there.
Mm-hmm.
Picked up here by the Mavericks, driving in with the right hand finish, and good. Did he get the foul too?
Yep, he got it fouled. Yep.
Oh, okay. And that's who is that? What's his
Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina.
Ntilikina.
Yeah, you good. Yeah.
He hasn't been in the game much, so
yeah. I forgot he was in the league because I forgot the New York Knicks a couple of years back dropping him 4th overall, and I forgot. So he's been a bust disappointing.
Was he in the G League? Is that
he wasn't. He ain't. I don't think he was never in the G League with the Knicks. He always been probably on the bench side of things. He just haven't worked out.
As Biyombo comes out of the game with a standing ovation here. Biyombo, a really good piece here.
Yep.
Really good quality piece for the Suns tonight.
Yeah, some pretty good energy minutes. Some pretty good minutes, man.
Yeah.
Off that bench.
Very good defensively.
Yep.
First one is up and good. That makes it and one as Reggie Bullock goes to the back of the locker room there. Not good there for the Mavericks. Hopefully everything turns out okay for him. As now Chris Paul bringing it up the other way for the Suns, out to Jay Crowder. Now back out to Paul as he rolls off the pick here to the right. Tries to get Crowder back in the lane. It's swatted by Doncic. Now picked up. Doncic looking for Brunson. Brunson driving in the lane, trying to jam it. Went up, got fouled hard. Devin Booker talking a little bit of trash talk there, letting him know he ain't going to let him have it. Booker letting Brunson have it, saying, I'm not going to let you dunk on me. It's not going to happen like that. Yeah, a little bit of giving him the business there by Devin Booker as Brunson rightfully frustrated as he's been pretty much carrying the Mavericks tonight.
Yep. You ain't lying about that.
First one up by Brunson is good. Now it's only a 20-point difference between these two. Man, Ja Morant out for the Grizzlies for
that's
the rest
gonna hurt
of the
them.
series.
That's gonna hurt them. They could have used him last night too, man. The way that game, they could have used it last night.
Yeah, some key shots at the end there. It could have definitely used it. Second one is good was good by Brunson. Excuse me. Now rebounded here. Booker with it on the other side here. Backing out as he was looking to drive in the lane. Now double teamed, and we'll kick it back out here to Paul on the left side. Paul now out to Jay Crowder as he lost it a little bit. Back into Cameron Johnson, swatted out of his hands. Dory Finney-Smith picks it up off the floor. Out to Brunson here. Brunson driving in with the left-hand finish. No good. Dory Finney-Smith fights for the rebound. And jump ball is going to be called.
Yep.
Jump ball there. It's getting a little bit it's been physical the whole game.
It's been physical pretty much the whole game. I think Phoenix offense starting to get a little bit sloppy at the end of this game so far, man. So
almost like they're taking their foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Devin Booker kind of frustrated there as he was, I think he was looking for a foul call and didn't get it, got the jump ball instead.
Yep.
Frank N is from France.
I don't know what was your first thought? What was the first thing you said when y'all got Russell Wilson in Denver? Do you think you have a chance to make the playoffs or possibly winning the division? What did you first think when y'all got Russell Wilson?
Well, I think that the Broncos, Do they have a chance to make a playoffs? Yes, I do.
Hmm.
I believe that. A deep run in the playoffs, probably not. It's going to take a couple of years because you got to think about this: new coach, new owner, new coaching staff, young, talented wide receivers. It's going to take time. Those things take time. When the quarterback comes in with a new wide receiving core, whether it be
Hmm.
veterans or rookies or a mix of both, it
Yep.
takes time to build up that chemistry.
Yep.
And so it's gonna take a couple of years. It's gonna be a lot like the Manning years. The first couple of years might be a little bit hot, but they'll burn out. They'll die pretty hard in the playoffs. You know, if something of significance doesn't happen by the third or fourth year, I'm gonna panic a little bit.
He said you go panic a little bit.
A little bit. I'm gonna be like, well, maybe we need to look at the personnel and make a little bit of a change here because you got to think
Hmm.
about this. Nathaniel Hackett is his first head coaching job, and
Hmm.
he's got Russell Wilson as his quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest concern. First year head coach, 10-year veteran quarterback.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to mesh.
Hmm.
My concern of that is how that meshes. I mean, so far Hackett has been very graceful and very kind with the way he's addressed Russell Wilson, and he's been very excited, but they're not going to win every game. They're not going to go 17-0, and
Yep.
I think that really shows when a team shines of your losses more than your wins. You
Yeah.
see the quality of character out of everybody in a loss more so than you do in a win. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting to see because Hackett's all bright and shiny and happy, and of course, I mean, your first head coach job and you get Russell Wilson as your quarterback. I think that would make
Mhm.
any head coach extremely happy.
Oh yeah, a championship winning quarterback, a consistent quarterback that's very good each
Yeah.
and every year, even though he had a down season. But really, is it really a down season last year? 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That's a good season, but he was hurt
He was
last year.
yeah, he had his first injury out of
Yep.
many years, and my biggest question too for the Broncos is that offensive line because
Hmm.
Russell's it wasn't last year but the year before that Russell really had a concern about the offensive line quality as he
Hmm.
pointed out on the Dan Patrick show that he was sacked
Yeah.
the most times out of any quarterback of his era.
Hmm.
So that concerns me as well because he's not a spring chicken and he's getting significantly older.
Yep.
So I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out here. Back to the action here.
Yep.
We're getting a jump ball on the Mavericks basket side here. So we're looking at it looks like Johnson and Finney Smith are going to make the jump here. Ball's up in the air and it'll go to the Mavericks. Doncic has it now at the top of the 3-point line. Now it's to Brunson. Brunson rolling right. Now into Doncic with a turnaround 2. No good. Rebounded out and swatted out of bounds by looks like Dorian Finney-Smith, but
Yeah.
they're going to call it off Dallas, and it's going to be Phoenix's ball. Even though clearly I think Crowder touched it before it went. I don't know how that's Phoenix's ball, but it's Phoenix's ball.
Yep.
As now Chris Paul will walk it up the left sideline here for the Suns. Paul now backing it in. Trying to go over to the right side now. Getting Devin Booker here on the right side. Booker with a 3. No good. Rebounded here by Doncic. Doncic pushed up the floor to Dorian Finney-Smith. He tries to jam it in, but was swatted away by Booker.
Yep. I'm seeing a
Foul
lot of
called.
good energy now in Dallas, man.
Yeah.
Dallas got some good energy, and I'm not liking the way the Phoenix is finishing off this game.
It's almost like it's too little too late, though, because
Yep.
Phoenix is they spread the margin so wide.
Yep.
It might, I don't know. I mean, if Dallas gets hot beyond the 3-point line, look out, but I don't know. First one up by Finney-Smith is good. 90-72. Jason Kidd kind of looks a little bit lost here. Staring into the
You don't know
scoreboard.
what's going on. You don't know what's
Kind of
going
giving
on.
that look like, what do I got to do to instill to these guys that it's a team sport?
Yep.
Next one by Finney-Smith is up and good.
Yeah.
Well, because there's been a lot of maturity questions, maturation questions about Luka Doncic
Yep.
in this series. Can he mature into an elite player?
Yep.
That was the biggest question coming into this series. Now as the Suns have it here, Booker back out to Paul. Paul here now diving onto the left side. Now it's to DeAndre Ayton, who just backs it in the lane with the right hand finish and
There you
in.
go. That left right-handed hook. That's
Yep.
tough to stop once he gets you deep down in that post.
Absolutely. Now Jalen Brunson now backing down Chris Paul on the right side here in the lane. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Ayton. Man, Ayton's been a rebounding machine defensively. He tries to set
Yep.
a pick as being full court pressed here was Chris Paul. Now out to Devin Booker, and the Suns are just going to try and bleed the clock here as much as they can.
Yep.
Now out to Chris Paul for three. Good.
That's open as he been all night.
Yeah, that was a wide open three by Chris Paul. Now Brunson bringing it up the court here. We'll kick it out. Now out to Brunson. Brunson on the left side here. Brunson back out to Bertotts. I think that was right for three. Good. Well, I don't know. Maybe the Mavericks can heat up from beyond the arc. 8 for 27 as a whole for the Mavericks. I don't know. It's hard to tell. They're so hot and cold tonight.
Yep, they are.
Try to get it over to Booker, and it's out of bounds here on the Phoenix side. And Chris Paul not happy with the call.
Not happy with the call, Chris Paul.
I think he wanted it to be out on Dallas, and I think the officials see it the other way as he was trying to point out that the Mavericks had swatted at it. I don't know if it hit him or not. They might review it. 4:42 left here to go in the fourth quarter. 95-76 Phoenix. Well, certainly as we're coming down to the end of this game, Coach Donte, it's been quite the honor. You know, when I had to step away last night, this is kind of what I was like a little bit disappointed. I was like, man, I'll never get to fully see what it's like for me and Donte to call a full game together.
I like the chemistry right now, man. I like the chemistry.
Yeah,
like the energy you calling the ball game, and me sitting up here giving the analysis, and we being able to see the same thing on the floor together, man. Hey, man, that's an honor, man. And trust me, we'll be many more games like this we will be doing.
It'll be great, man. It'll be awesome. I really enjoy this stuff.
Yeah, I do too, man.
Oh, been kind of exhausting here. Wow, I didn't realize that the Heat really put it on the 76ers. Man, they 120 to 85.
They were different, man. That's a different team at home, right there. When you're in Miami Heat, like I said, man, Eric Spoelstra, that defense, Pat Riley, they build a culture over there in Miami, man. So again, I like what Miami do every year. Eric Spoelstra is a goddamn good coach too, man. He's a hell of a coach over there.
Joel Embiid, 33 minutes, 58%, 17 points, a minus 29 tonight. Ooh, that's killer.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty.
That is killer. James Harden with 37 minutes, 14 points, minus 29 as well.
Yeah.
He was only 38% point shooter. I mean, 3 points is 33.3%. So, I don't know.
Yep. There's gonna be some pivotal game 6s now. And you got game 5 between game 5 between the Boston Celtics and Bucks tomorrow. That's going to should be pretty solid. Then, Memphis. I like the way they fought last night. 2 possessions. You know they probably should have made better, but having Ja Morant out this game was a killer for them.
Yep, absolutely. Here's a testament to if you're a really good veteran, you can still get paid in the NBA. Tonight for the Sixers, DeAndre Jordan and Paul Millsap did not play. And for the Heat, Udonius Haslem and Markieff Morris did not play.
Oh my goodness.
Is Udonius Haslem the Bobby Bonita of the NBA?
Yeah, he's been in the league a long time. He's still a part of that organization, a part of that playing staff too.
I just have a feeling it's probably a running joke in that Miami Heat locker room.
Yep.
They see Udonis Haslam dressed, and they're like, "Why are you dressing? You know you're not going to play tonight. Like, why are you even?"
He might well be on the coaching staff.
Yeah, you might as well put a suit and a tie on and just sit right over there on the bench next to Eric Spoelstra, because that's what we all know you're doing. So I guess they reviewed it here, and it is going to be Phoenix Suns ball, so they overturned it. Paul looking to inbound it here, and we'll get it by Devin Booker to be swatted away. Back to Paul with the fadeaway jumper. No good. Rebounded Dallas here. Now with here now 4:29. It's going to be kicked out here to I don't even know who Jay Crowder's down on the floor now. Oh
Yeah.
no, that's
Look
not
like
good.
That's not good at all. It's not good at all for Jay Crowder. That doesn't look good.
Jay Crowder is slow to get up. He did get up on his own accord, however. So I'm glad about that. Wow, it looks like he took a hell of a hit. I think he's probably going to leave the game.
Yep, he looked like he's leaving the game right here. I don't know if it's his shoulder.
Oh, he fouled out. He fouled out.
Okay.
Only 3 points, and he's immediately going to the locker room. Boy, he's hunched over in pain pretty bad.
Yep.
You think he dislocated his shoulder?
I think that's what he did because he went down a little bit, and he looked like he's in some serious pain right there.
Really bad. They might have to go pop that out, as Josh Green's first free throw is no good. Yikes, that looked bad. Really, really bad. Second one up by Green, no good. Rebounded here. Kicked back out for 3, no good. Rebounded by the Phoenix Suns. They're just going to slowly walk this up and bleed that shot clock as much as they can. This is a run the clock out situation. As Devin Booker lobs it for DeAndre Ayton.
That's a nice play.
For a nice little lob dunk. Yeah, absolutely. Followed him right in the lane, side-by-side parallel, and just threw it up there.
Yep.
Now out here, and there's going to be a foul called. Didn't get to see who was all on the floor. Shannon Brown, it looks like.
Yeah,
is that Marquise Chris?
Yeah, they put the reserves in. I think they surrender in this game right here. So you got
Devin Booker coming out of the game now.
So for Dallas, you got number 3, Trey Burke. You got Sterling Brown, number 0. You got Marquise Chris, number 32.
Okay.
You got Frank Ntilikina, number 21 for Dallas.
Okay, those are 4 of the 5 on the floor here.
So let me see the other
Burke
one.
is shooting for 2.
Trey Burke,
Yeah.
And you got Josh Green, number 8.
Josh Green, that's right. Yep.
As
the first one up by Burke is good. 77-97. Yeah. Trey Burke this season, averaging almost just over 5 a game. DeAndre Ayton coming out, Chris Paul coming out. And it looks like the Suns are going to send in their reserves as well.
And the reserves for the Suns is Biyombo, Desmond Biyombo. You got Cameron Payne, who we talked about. Torrey Craig.
Oh, now Cameron Payne in the game. Now Cameron Payne comes in.
Torrey Craig in the game. You got number 4, Holiday, Aaron Holiday. And you got Wainwright. Yeah, you got Wainwright.
Now to Biyombo. Now to Torrey Craig here on the left side. Craig working it in. Stops and pops for 2. No good. It'll be kicked back out to Josh Green as he picks it up to Ntilikina here. They'll get it out to Green. Back out to Trey Burke for 3. No good. Rebounded Biyombo, and we'll get it back out to Cameron Payne. Here as he slowly dribbles it up the court here. Payne will get it out to Biyombo. Biyombo now trying to get it out to Holiday. As almost picked off there by Burke. Now to Payne. Payne driving it in. Back out to, is that Torrey Craig? That is.
Yep, Torrey Craig. Yep.
Back out to Holiday for 3. That's good.
Yep.
99-78 here. Just under 3 minutes left here as Burke brings it up the left side. Now to Ntilikina. Now he's holding it, looking for the play to be set up here by Marquise Chris as he comes over. Ntilikina following it, lobs it up for Chris, and he puts it in. Marquise Chris. All right, little, Yeah, lob for lob dunk there. I'm trading lob dunks on opposite sides here. Now for Holidays, he's driving in with a little floater, lob it for Biombo.
That's how you
It's
know everything is going right for Phoenix tonight. You know
yeah.
everything going right for them.
Looks like we're having a little alley-oop contest here between both these teams. Lakita with it here out on the right side. Back out to Burke. Burke driving it in from the left side. Burke with the reverse lay-in, no good. Swatted away now as it's brought up the court by, I can't see who that is. Cameron Payne now has it though.
Yep.
Payne here with it now, driving. Trying to kick it back out to Biombo and gets it now to Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig with the spin, and I think he might have traveled, but tried to put it up, no good. Oh no, shot clock at 2 still running, no good. And now the Mavericks will bring it up here to Lakita for 3, no good. Rebounded Biombo, and yeah, it's just slowly working it out now. Payne's trying to dribble out the shot clock here on the right side. Biombo sets the pick. Here comes Payne driving it in. Looking out for Holiday. Holiday driving it in. Oh, bumped hard in the lane. No good. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it back out to Torrey Craig for 3. Good.
Yeah, when he making those shots like that, especially deep, nothing ain't right. Something got to not be going right for the opposing team.
Yeah.
When he's knocking that down.
When Torrey Craig's hitting threes, and he's a defensive player. Nikita for 3. No good. Rebound. Torrey Craig as he brings it back up the left side. Here, just a minute remaining here in this game. Here, Holiday with it now. Kicks out to Cameron Payne for 3. He'll take that. No good. Swatted back out to Holiday. Back out to Torrey Craig for another 3. Good.
So when he hit threes, it ain't going right. Something got to be going wrong for the opposing team when he out there shooting like that with confidence too.
Even the whole bench, the Suns bench is going nuts for Torrey Craig. And now we're here to Trey Burke to Lakita. Lakita driving it in. Back out here to Brown. Brown driving it in. And will be fouled inside on the lane.
What's up, Echo Sky?
AM Echo Sky, welcome in. We're having a little bit of fun here.
Yep. Got Torrey Craig out here shooting threes and all that.
31.2 seconds left here. As I'm sorry, who did you say was going to the line? I didn't see the foul here. Was that Brown? Is that Chandler Brown?
That was Brown. I think that was Brown.
Yeah, Brown's going to go and shoot 2 here. 108.80. Boy. First one up by Brown is no good. 31.2 seconds left here in this game. Luka Doncic obviously visibly frustrated, as Bertans is as well. I think Bertans looks more pissed than Doncic does. Second one up, no good. Out fought for the rebound, and it'll go out here to the Suns. They'll get it pushing up the floor and too far out of bounds. Be 24.5 seconds left. As now the Mavericks will inbound it here as Trey Burke brings it up the left side of the court. Being double teamed immediately. Now out to Brown. Brown for 3. No good. Rebounded Cameron Payne, and they'll bring it up and they'll just dribble it out as it looks like the Phoenix Suns will take a 3-2 lead here. Yep. As Biombo tried to get in one last dunk and was fouled hard by Marquise Chris, and now we're starting to exchange a little bit of pushing here, and they're both ejected. They're both ejected. They're gone. The referee has disqualified both Biombo and Marquise Chris. I mean, there's 2.3 seconds left.
2.3 seconds left.
I'll change that here on the clock. Well, they got a little bit chippy as Chris did not like that Biombo wanted to get in a dunk.
Yep.
And a little jaw jacking going back and forth, a little shoving, and the referee said, I'm not having any of this. You guys are both out.
Yep.
You're gone. Chris going back to the locker room as well as Biombo. Chris got out of there in a hurry. He didn't want to hear any of it. Hey, man, you got to stick up for your team when it's a bad loss like that. You do. I respect that by Marquise Chris.
Yeah, I respect that.
Biombo having it.
Yep.
Now the referees are explaining what is happening here. Oh, now Marquise Chris and Biombo are getting into it. in the tunnels.
Yep.
And security had to go in and break it up. Oh
That's
my
correct,
God.
man. Everybody get into it over there in
Wow.
that tunnel, man. Everybody see something about to happen in that tunnel.
Unbelievable. That might lead to some suspensions. Ooh, we'll have to see what becomes of that. That's why Chris got out of there in a hurry.
Yep.
He wanted to go meet
Oh, so he
Biombo in
wanted
the
to
back.
go.
Yeah, he wanted to go fight
try to
Biombo.
piece it up with him.
Absolutely. I was wondering why Marquise Chris was sprinting back to the locker room. That's why he knew Biombo was there. There's Jay Crowder. I guess he must have got his shoulder popped back into place. He looks fine now. Yep, they both had to be separated again in the back. Interesting. Monty Williams does not look happy about it either. I don't think he wants his team showing any bit of undisciplined basketball.
For real.
He is not happy because, I mean, that could lead to suspensions. And, you know, with his quality of a piece as Biombo has been tonight, you don't want him getting suspended at all, as Cameron Johnson will shoot the free throws here. First one is up and good. I understand the concern from Monty Morris.
Yeah, I understand for that concern, but I'll say, man, it's a lot of physicalness, jabbing, talking tonight, man. That shows you how heated these series get, man. And playoff basketball, you got both teams that want to win, man.
Well, that brings it to an end. 110-80, the final. Phoenix pulls away in what was kind of a close game at the beginning. Not so much in the second half now. Unbelievable there at the end. A little bit of drama with Biombo and Marquise Chris, and I guess there was a little bit of drama between Shannon Brown and Wainwright. Wainwright had to be pulled away from him. Ooh, man, this is gonna make for a good game 6, though.
Yo, this is gonna be a great game 6. It's gonna be two physical teams going right at it, man, and it's gonna be a lot more jaw jabbing in that game in Dallas, man. So
well, yeah, because you know you get dunked on when you're losing significantly. It's a principle. It's a principle thing. It's a respect thing.
Yeah,
and it seems like Marquise Chris did not take exception to that.
Yep, he showed it.
He was willing to stand up for his team and his teammates there. Devin Booker, though, with a huge night for the Phoenix Suns. Unbelievable here as he had, let's see, Devin Booker, let's look at his chart, 55% from the floor, 11 for 20. For Devin Booker tonight, it's 28 points.
28 points for Devin Booker. He caught on fire in that third quarter, man. He caught
right at the beginning, right up out
of the gate.
Yeah, right up out of the gate of the second half. Booker was on fire. You could not stop him.
Yep.
Let's go over a little bit of finals here for the stats here. Team stats here. For the Phoenix Suns, they out-rebound the Dallas Mavericks 55-46, 28 assists by the Phoenix Suns to only 9 by the Mavericks. That ball movement made a huge difference in this game.
Huge difference. Like you got a guy like Chris Paul that can get you 8 assists a ball game, 8 or 9 assists. Get that ball movement like that. But Dallas, it's either Luka Doncic or you really had Spencer Dinwiddie or Jalen Brunson. 9 assists, you're not moving the ball around. Everybody's not getting a touch of the basketball. You're just basically playing one-on-one basketball. And that's what Phoenix wanted them to do all night long. And that's another reason why they lost this game. Also, the Suns capitalized off their turnovers as well. They had 12 all in the third quarter, and the Suns capitalized 18 points on those turnovers. So again, you have to have better ball movement in the next game, man. You have to have better ball movement. Everybody got to get a touch, man. And we didn't see that tonight. We didn't see that tonight.
No, we did not. 49.4% field goal percentage here for the Suns to the Mavericks 38.0.
Yep.
37.5% from beyond the arc to the Mavericks 25. Free throw percentage was 75 to 66.7. Phoenix got the lead there. Here's a stat I want to continue to emphasize and circle here, Coach Donte. 44 points in the paint by the Phoenix Suns. The Mavericks only had 24. That is a scorching and glaring stat for the Dallas Mavericks.
Man. That is smoking hot right there, man. That is just crazy good, man.
14 second chance points for the Phoenix Suns. The Mavericks only had 2 all night long. The fast break points just about even. Phoenix with the slight edge, 11-10.
Yup.
Chris Paul with 10 assists tonight.
10 assists tonight. That's that ball movement he give it to him. That's that ball movement. It starts with Chris Paul, the leader, man. They're gonna move that ball. They're gonna move that ball around. Phoenix is gonna, and Devin Booker is a very underrated passer as well. So again, we got guys like that and a great coach like Monty Williams, man. Hey man, this is gonna be a heck of a game 6, man, coming up.
It absolutely is. We thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We are done for the night. Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals goes to the Phoenix Suns. They now have a 3-2 lead.
Yep.
We'll see you next time here on the Spotlight Sports Network. Thank you guys. Good night.
Thank you guys.